So now I'm going to lay down, so you might as well go play.
Okay.
Because the chicken's in the oven, and the sauce is done. Go back and lay down for a little while, and I'll pick back up and finish
Yeah.
these shirts. And there's actually not that many, only the ones that I just put over there on the side. This one I just fluffed them.
Yeah, I think Uncle Larry was saying about technology. It was stupid.
Well, Larry talks.
Then
And
after
Uncle
that,
also,
I was just trying to see what he'd say if I started talking about, well, we shouldn't be doing this period at all.
when Uncle Larry's drinking, I heard he was
Yeah, I just want to see what he'd say if I started saying, oh, we shouldn't be using rangefinder and things like that. And technology too. That's what I was trying to see what he would say.
See, the way you gotta look at it, people who don't use technology that don't have kids, why aren't you with something?
I took like a 15-minute nap. I feel fine. It's okay now.
Mike, those are your shorts. Did you wear it with those shorts the last time?
I'm gonna like donate mine to the Salvation Army so we never get confused again. This. Okay. There we go. Hey Carbon and hey Mark, how's it going? Yes, time for things to go down. Whose lettuce is getting oofed today? Well, ideally size, but you know, we'll we'll see how that goes in a few minutes. Shadow size, that is. Not the real size. Doing fine, just gotta tackle some stuff on you. Okay, gotcha. No problem. Not a problem. Alright, here we go. I'm more tired after today's round of golf than I expected that I would be, but I'll be fine. Sure, the game will amp me up anyway, so not gonna be a big deal. Take a quick drink before we start, and then we get to go. Actually, I should probably look at my notes too, huh? It's probably pretty important. Cross that out. Need that. Do need the rest though. Okay, here we go. Okay, today is finally the day. Everything that we've been questioning, well, for the most part, will be answered today. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Persona 5, the stream edition. Last time, we made it through Sai's Palace in its entirety. Got our infiltration route secured, but then we had to wait a few days in order to send the calling card, not only so that we could hit things up directly before the investigation begins, but also so that we could be conveniently timed for exactly when the present day is when we're actually being questioned. So we're almost caught up to the questioning that Sai's been doing in super fast forward for the rest of the game. And today we're going to make it to that point and then slightly beyond that, because we're going to take on Sai's shadow, see what happens there, find out how we got arrested, who the traitor was, what we're being investigated for, all those other things, and also who the true culprit is behind all of the mental shutdowns there. It's been a while, remind you who Sai is. Sai is the investigator, the prosecutor, who is questioning us every time it flashes forward there. She is Makoto's older sister. She has been hunting down the Phantom Thieves for, I wouldn't say months now, but she's really been on our asses for at least the past month or two in the game. Really trying to make sure that we come to justice, because she doesn't understand our true motives. Blah, 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 blah. Point is, we gotta go take her down because her distortions, her desires have become distorted and warped to the point where she can't continue to function in the world that she works in without basically putting herself out as a target for the true culprit. So we're going to take care of things today. Since last time, though, I've made a couple of small changes for myself. First thing I did, I made myself another triple down skill card. We don't need that for like 2.5 weeks in-game, but I won't really have too much time to do it on other days from now on, because I have just enough stuff to synthesize using the electric chair and also vegetables to make, to where every single day that is available from now until they stop making days available for you to do whatever you want will be full, either with us planting vegetables or us doing something with the electric chair item synthesis thing. I managed to get everything to work exactly that way, which worked out pretty nicely, I think. Not intentionally, but it worked out nicely anyway. I also, in case you may have taken a look at the stats there and seen Morgana's got several tons more HP than he normally has. I decided to equip him with the Captain Badge to give him a little bit of extra health, because he's usually the one that has the lowest health in terms of everybody in our party, so I figured I'll give him a little more survivability, even though his endurance isn't so hot. Should make it a little easier for him to stay alive. And also, since last time, I basically refused Tsukiyomi. I basically used him to strengthen Horus till up to level 60, so that's pretty damn ridiculous. And then I fused Tsukiyomi. I think I just used Girame Kala and a Stone of Scone to make him, and then I strengthened him from level 54 to level 56 with Rangda, and got Arms Master, which is right over here. And I actually got a pretty good moveset out of the whole thing, too, because Rangda passed down Aigeyan to him. I passed Marakunda down from Girame Kala. He's got the other stuff from his own level ups. He's pretty strong. The only thing that he might want is he might want Null Nuke instead of Drain Curse. But I'm keeping Drain Curse for a very specific fusion that I'm going to do with Tsukiyomi in order to get Arms Master up to my eventual ultimate physical persona that I am going to have eventually here. Not yet, though. For now, Tsukiyomi gets a free ride in our party for a little bit while we go and take care of business here. But I think that's about everything that needed to be said here, so let's take our party and head inside to take care of Shadow Sai once and for all. That way we can clear our names. You know that's not going to happen, but if only we didn't know that it wasn't going to happen. We'd be in a little bit better shape story-wise, but I suppose it's fine. Make do with what we've got. Alright, away we go.
Let's go.
So let's go steal that damn treasure. Yeah, we went golfing again earlier today, so I'm a little bit more tired than I probably usually am, but I'm fairly certain that the game's shenanigans that's going to happen today will just amp me up through the whole thing. It's a wonder she didn't turn the bridge back down again, considering it's been a few days since we did anything there. Alright, but in we go. See if the treasure materialized and what we've got to do here. Uh-oh. Shadow Sai must have taken it somewhere. Yeah, what do you mean as you planned? Oh, probably. Well, of course you didn't. You don't have any faith in us, do you? Ah, thank you. Okay, if you insist. Why his life will change playing how badly shit about to go down? Pretty badly. Pretty badly, Mark. Yes, she is mocking us, but we're gonna have to take care of things. Anything for me to steal while I'm here? I don't think so. I think it's just dice. Yeah, just dice. Okay, up the stairs we go. Go through her little vault thing, and then I believe there's an elevator to take. Excuse me, I'm dying, yawning over here.
I can feel
Anything
it.
else to steal? Like that one with Rahanaga where there was one thing behind him? No, it's not. In we go. Ready as I'll ever be, Akechi. Let's do this. Well, figures we took. I don't know if those lines of dialogue were spoken specifically by Morgana and Makoto always, but we took the right party, apparently. Hello there.
What kind of game will it be this time?
Obviously something with the high stakes. We're in an arena
No
of
matter
some
what you
kind.
bring out, we will emerge victorious.
Yeah, you tell her, Akechi.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered.
I don't think we have you cornered. I just think it's going to be more evenly matched now.
I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Oh, really?
Sis. When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart.
As anyone would, obviously.
Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess.
But that's where we start to get into the feelings of the irresponsible sounding part of Sai, where she's like, well, my dad died and now he's making me clean up the mess. No, your dad just died, Sai. Don't try
Can
to...
you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Don't try to make it any more difficult than it already is. You're making something incredibly complex, the death of a family member, into something way more twisted.
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
It probably is deep down Akechi, but I mean, this is the basest form of her reasoning, so...
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
Yeah, but if it's justice without any sense of consequences, is it really justice,
This
Sai?
is
I'm
nothing
just
more than
saying.
self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle.
Okay, if you insist. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't have to, but... Okay.
Now, why don't we begin?
Oh. She's bringing out Oogie Boogie's game board! No! No, it's just a slot machine. Well, not a slot machine, a roulette wheel.
Strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games. We ain't following your damn rules.
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What the hell?
What was that?
Now, come at me.
Oh boy. Oh, don't lose heart now, Makoto.
You'll save her, right?
Come on, let's do this.
All right, everyone. Be on alert.
Because we have no idea what she's planning here.
Fair and square.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, well, first things first. With this particular party, Makoto happens to have Maraku Kaja. We don't have Materu Kaja, but we do have Masuku Kaja, so I think we'll just buff up at first. We don't really know what she's planning, so let's just make this interesting for her. Could use touch and go for that as well, but I can't really hit weaknesses right now, so that doesn't really help us. What can you do, my little friend? I almost feel like I want you to just, like, guard or something, honestly, because I feel like you get wrecked by any attacks that she uses right now, but maybe I'm just expecting things. Actually, you know what? Here's a good idea to start with, Morgana. Why don't you do one of these for yourself? That wall there should help out with some of her physical attacks, so...
Use my persona.
Then we'll use Maraku Kaja to get ourselves up. I'm going to save the Rasetsu Ofuda that we have because that'll give us Materu Kaja. I'll save it for when we're going to be more on offense because for right now we're not really on offense. We're more on defense than anything else.
Use this.
Let's do this fair and square.
because we don't know what she's planning, but obviously it has something to do with roulette wheel. Bet HP, huh? Oh boy.
What the?
I think I know where this is going.
Play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives.
Great.
Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
I don't believe you.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
Yeah, what she said.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
Oh, how bad could it possibly
There's
be?
a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
Well, I mean, we could test out the penalty just to see what that's all about. Maybe we'll do that in a moment. First and foremost, let's concentrate up. There we go. Who should I demonstrate the penalty with? I guess we could do it with Morgana. I mean, it's okay. We'll be able to heal him with Makoto, so. So if you don't listen to her and play penalty,
So you've broken the rules.
you broke the rules!
In that case, it's time you be penalized.
So here's what the penalty does.
This is your penalty.
Oh, his health is low.
Yeah.
What? This is the penalty?
So don't break the rules.
Those who cannot follow rules are not to be tolerated. That is simply how society operates.
I mean, I guess. Well, let's heal him up anyway, since that's not gonna go over well. So let's not get the penalty to happen on us anymore. And let's use a Take Medic while we're at it there. There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
Almost
You will
back.
predict which pocket the ball will fall into.
Okay.
Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
Okay, now watch carefully what happens with the ball, because I'm not going to be doing anything until we figure out how she's rigging
Should
this.
just ignore us.
And if by we, I mean all of you. Tell me what you think when you
Go
see
along with the
this.
game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
Okay.
I agree.
So, basically you have to play it like you're playing roulette. You predict where the ball's going to go into, and then we'll see how she's going to rig it as we go along here. But yes, the bonus that happens if you win or lose is up on the screen there, so you'll just have to make do as you go.
Well, how will you bet?
Well, we don't know what's going on for right now, so let's bet a low return bet, I think. Red or black pocket? Let's go with black pocket at first.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the results.
Now watch carefully. Looked like it was going to go into black, but it rolled over into red. Damn. Well, that hurt a little bit. Took
We
away any
lost.
damage we did to her, too.
Have you figured anything out, Joker?
Okay, so, has anybody seen how she's cheating? How is she rigging the game against us? That I ask of you. If you haven't seen anything, don't worry about, like, looking it up or something. We can play this game for a little while. So I can play it again so that we can take a look at it again if you guys would like. Just tell me what you think. What did you see? You saw something sparkle in the slot? Okay. Any thoughts, Mark? Well, you're right, though, Carbon. There was something that sparkled in the slot there. Looked like the barrier disappeared between the red and the black slot. Okay, you guys are warm. You guys are warm on it. We don't quite exactly know 100% what's going on. We'll play it one more time. Just make sure you watch carefully. I'll do it one more time.
Let's keep watching again. There has to be something not right going on here.
Let's do this fair and square.
So she'll start the roulette again. This time we're betting money. So ideally,
The stuff
this time we're gonna lose a little bit of money out of this time because we have all that money. But it's okay though.
Every time.
Something like that, yeah. Okay, so now we just gotta wait out the turn there. Let's heal up while we're waiting.
So
Yeah, let's heal up.
I'm grateful.
Thanks. Sorry.
And then since we can't really do too much at this point, maybe we'll get some more of... Where are they? These going. So we got one on Akechi and one on Morgana. Let's get one on Makoto, one on Saizo. We'll be good to go. I should probably reestablish Masuka Kaja and stuff. Hey, Deadbun, how's it going? Not too much so far. We just started the fight with Sai, and she is playing against us on a big roulette wheel. Basically, the roulette wheel, you bet every other round on it. What you bet is flashing up on the monitor up there. And we have to figure out how she's rigging it. Now, we're pretty close to figuring it out just from the first roll here. So this round, it's going to be the second time that we roll through. So see if you can help figure out what is going on here. I'm not going to tell you specifically. I know exactly what's going on, but I'm not going to say it until we figure it out.
Time to use it.
Yes, we're gambling every aspect of our existence, basically.
Very well, time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
Okay, so we're still not sure what's going on, so let's still do a low return bet. Let's try the red pocket this time. Yes, if you cheat, you get knocked down to 1 HP, so it's not really gonna work in our favor there. All right, so we'll bet on the red pocket. Now watch the ball carefully.
Then let's see the results.
Think about the game mechanics and think about things that have happened in the game previously in terms of us battling against things, and then watch the ball carefully. That might be a little bit easier to see there. How much money do we lose? 6,000, that's not bad.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker?
Okay, what do you think, gang? What's she doing? It's a spell? Sort of, yeah. What exactly did you see on the roulette number there? A reflect spell? You got it, Mark. That's exactly what it is. So basically, it's not exactly a reflect spell, but yes, it's almost like there's a repel wall on top of the lid, on top of the number there. So yes, it lands on it and then just jumps to the next one. So that's basically what it is. So we're close enough. Let's say exactly what it is.
Really? How is she doing it?
Well, there's a glass lid on top of the drawers on top of each pocket that it's supposed to go into. So it folds out when we bet on something and ends up in the wrong one.
Nice.
So it's not exactly a spell, but it's close enough to a spell.
For a split second there.
I wanted to get the impression in your head of the repel X attack thing, because it's almost the same wall that you see on the glass lid as it is when you reflect an attack back at the enemy, so. But yeah, that's the thing. That's how she's rigging it. She's putting a glass lid on top of whatever we bet on.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it.
So we gotta get photo evidence of it or something?
Snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears.
Ah, better plan.
You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
Let us expose her treachery.
Well, good thought, Akechi, but I doubt it's gonna be you, because if it's a glass lid, your laser pistol's gonna go right through it.
I won't miss the mark.
It's actually not true. He will be able to shoot through the glass lid there if you choose for him to do it, but...
As long as I get close, even this gun should work.
I'll show off my perfect accuracy.
Well, she's not gonna hurt us in the interim there, and, I don't know, though. If a ball bounces off of it, Morgana's slingshot might not be the best of things to do. Alright, Makoto, let's have you do it.
Close, even this gun should work.
I'll carry this out.
See how it all goes.
Do this fair and square.
Okay, this time we're betting HP again, so let's check out what she's got going. It doesn't matter how you bet, by the way, at the beginning of this. You can't win it as long as she has the glass lid, so just keep that in mind. Well, Makoto's not here, so I would like to reestablish Masuka Kaja, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's just let's swap over to Horus, and then we'll back out and guard for now, because we've got our walls up, so we should be fine. Yeah, that's that's my thinking. I'm also thinking, you know, it is Sai's sister, so if anybody's gonna expose her treachery, Makoto kind of seems like the most appropriate one to do it, especially since, again, laser pistol doesn't really make sense to use on a glass lid, just refract through it, and another ball doesn't seem like a good idea either. I mean, granted, Morgana's got good accuracy and the ball is highly accurate, and again, you can use anybody to do it, but I figured I'd just do it with someone I thought was appropriate to do it. Okay. Oh, you gotta go, Mark? Alright, take it easy. We will see you later. I'll let you know how everything goes. Oh, okay, thanks. I appreciate that. We'll let you know how everything goes. So everybody guard for now.
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
Aim down that iron sight, Makoto. You got this.
Very well, time to make your bet.
Wait, where did my sister go? Oh, shit.
Well, how will you bet?
Let's see. Well, we know we're gonna win this one because Makoto has her shot lined up. So let's do a high bet. How about pockets 13 through 24? Just go right down the middle.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time.
That's what I'm hoping, Sai. That's what I'm hoping. Come on, Makoto. Nice. Gotcha! And we each get 150 HP back. Nice.
What?
Can't cheat on me now, Sai.
Joker!
Right. Surround her!
What was
How do you
that
like me
fair
now?
square? You were totally cheating.
Yeah, that glass lid's not gonna go over well, lady.
You coward. What are you so quiet for? Say something.
Well, we caught her in the act, so she doesn't really have much to say other than screw you!
Shut up! Shut up!
See, what'd I tell you? Wait a minute, did she just undo our holdup? Oh, shit! Well, that would explain what we saw in that little flash of light in the cutscene before the fight. Man, I thought Makoto had a lot of spikes on her.
You want a fair fight? Then to hell with the game. I'll crush you by force, fair and square, just as you like.
Okay, I mean, if you say so.
It's my sister's true nature. No.
Well, we caught her in the act, Makoto. Obviously, she's pretty pissed off.
We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Alright, let's do this.
Die on my blade.
Ha! Gotcha.
She's way
So yeah, that's why I wanted to keep up physical walls, because she usually gets a turn before you do, and she'll either use her Gatling gun that she's got on her arm there, or she'll hit you with Severing Slash. Severing Slash itself has a pretty high critical rate, so I'd rather avoid that if I can. Okay, well, back to a normal fight now. We've still got our Concentrate, but let's reestablish Masuka Kaja there, just so everybody's ready to go. Would have been nice if we got some SP back as well, but that's okay. We'll be good. Why don't you throw another physical ointment at Akechi there, Morgana, just so that we're ready for it. But yeah, it's mostly physical attacks from here on out, so we don't need the physical walls that badly, but until I reestablish my Muraka Kaja there, I'd rather have them, just so that we have them. And Akechi, you know what to do.
I'll use this.
There we go, now we're all buffed up. Let's do this. Okay, I'm not going to establish physical walls again. That's too many physical ointments we're using there. We got this from here. And we're all concentrated up, so we've got Koh-i-Noor, we've got Concentrate. Show them what you got, Horus. Nice. Good damage, good damage. She's immune to critical hits, by the way, so don't worry about knocking her over, because you kind of can't, so. Just do this. Your most powerful attacks will do, and we'll have her eventually, so don't worry about it too much. Probably have either Morgana or Makoto heal every now and then, and we'll be good. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Kugayan for Akechi there because he's got the Koh-i-Noor as well, so he'll do more damage with this than he will with Aigeyan. Yeah, not bad.
As long as you win, it doesn't matter what methods you use.
That's totally irresponsible, Sai.
It's the same. You're controlling the hearts of others to achieve your own goals.
Not exactly.
It's not for us. We only do it to help others who are suffering.
Right.
I will win.
Okay, and the roulette is not done for now. The roulette can still go on, but it's fair this time because there's no glass lid. So, You just noticed her spike nipples? Yeah. That's what I was looking at when I said, and I thought Makoto had a lot of spikes. I mean, she's got the other ones that are up the sides of everything,
so she's
but...
not going to cheat anymore?
Nope.
This may be a good opportunity for us, Joker. If we win at roulette, we'll get an advantage in battle.
Okay, sounds good. Let's give it a shot. And it's fair at this point. So if you do a low bet, it's a 50-50 shot of you getting it. If you do a high bet, it's a 33% chance. So just, it's basically all exactly how it's supposed to be at this point in terms of the roulette. Let's, if we put Masuka Kaja up now, we'll have it for 10 turns, so let's do it. We'll do Muraka Kaja as well. The Materu Kaja, unfortunately, will wear off, but we'll be okay. We'll be able to attack her in the interim, so... Speaking of which, let's take advantage of that Materu Kaja. Ow. Okay, I think that was done because of the fact that we attacked her while the roulette was going on, so... let's Muraka Kaja up. And then I need to heal Morgana. Hold on. Grab this, too. Yeah. Alright, there we go. My air conditioner just kicked on, so I had to put something in front of my couch. It's not directly in front of the air conditioner, so it's not going to hurt it, but... Morgana's in a little bit of a pickle here, so let's use a bead on him. Might as well. I mean, when am I ever going to get another chance to use them, right? Okay, so let's do a low return bet just because I feel like playing it conservative, especially with SP. I don't feel like using like a Sun Tomato or something while I'm at this. We'll go with our original bet of the Black Pockets. Let's give it a shot. Come on now. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. All right. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you, if it's completely fair. To be honest with you, I think every time I've done this, I've always won, so I don't really know. Ooh, that's helpful. Well, that means I don't have to worry about doing that on the next turn here. Let's give her hell! That's gonna do some good damage, so will this. Use that Materu Kaja to our advantage here. Take her health down a little bit. And then we've still got the physical attack charge as well, so we can do some of that after this too. Ha! Yeah, I don't know about that. That's what you think, Sai. Okay, so now she's got Heat Riser going, so that can be a little bit troublesome, but we'll take care of it. Matter of fact, we'll take care of it right now. Here you go. Ha! If you have Anne here, you can have her cast Dikaja as well, so that would help out, but yeah, she's not here, so let's use up that physical charge that we've got. Not gonna do that much damage, but we'll do enough, so... And Akechi, you've got Megaton Raid, so why don't you show her how that works? Nice. You gotta be careful with Severing Slash, though, too. If you don't have Masuka Kaja up, it can be pretty nasty. It has a pretty high critical hit rate, so you don't want to end up with that having to happen, so... Alright, time for Seth to make his move here. Let's get a Rakunda going on her, and then we'll finish this up. Probably not this turn, but maybe next turn. Or the turn after, depending on if she uses Roulette next turn. Alright, well, we're in good shape. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, Sai. You need to slow down, lady. You're making this really hard on yourself. Oh, what the hell was that? So that desperation move that she just used, like it said, it increased her attack power, decreased her defense, though. That's a mistake that she's gonna live to regret. Yeah. That's the power of, what was that, the gun amp skill that Set has, plus the Rakunda, plus the desperation. She's in a hurting right now, so... Makoto, want to do the honors? Hopefully you hit. There you go. So that wasn't too bad. I think I was a little over-prepared for it, but yeah. we'll be good. It is a little trickier on Merciless mode, though, because I think she gets 2 turns on Merciless mode, if I remember right. So that'll be interesting to be playing against when we go on the New Game Plus thing there. So she reminds you of a Mechon from Xenoblade. Unfortunately, I haven't played any of the Xenoblade games myself, so I can't say one way or the other, but I'll take your word for it. Look at all them level ups, man.
All right, level up.
So we're level 54, almost 55 as well, so that's pretty good. And we got some new skills. So Set's got a new skill, Fortify Spirit. Pretty nice. It's the one that Ketchy has there. It decreases the chance of being inflicted with status ailments. So I'm actually going to get rid of Touch and Go for that, because it's pretty good. We've got Touch and Go on Horus anyway, so we'll hold on to that. And we won't actually need Touch and Go for that much longer, because we'll be getting something slightly better than that in just a little while. Meanwhile, Ryuji got Megaton Raid, which is a straight upgrade to Assault Dive there, so let's get rid of that. He gets Zeodyne at 55, so that'll be a straight upgrade to this right here. Again, hopefully he'll get Materu Kaja pretty soon, but I'm pretty sure it's like right after Zeodyne, so then he'll be a little more useful in battle. And Yusuke gets Bufudyne, which is a straight upgrade to Bufula there, so that's good. Let's use that. He gets High Counter at 58, so that'll be a replacement for Counter-Strike. We'll be good to go there. He's actually almost done with his skill set there. Like, once he gets High Counter, he just needs to get the better single targeting and multi-targeting moves here and Mabufudyne, and then he's done, so. Of course, we don't have that many skills left to get from here on out, so it's really not that big of a deal. Hey, Garrick. How's it going? Oh, is there nothing really left to buy on the summer sale? I don't know, man. I'll have to check it out myself and see if there's anything to grab, but, yeah, I don't know yet. I've got enough games to play at this point where I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need to buy them right now, even though it would be a steal to buy them at this point. But anyway, yeah, so Akechi gets Samarikarm at this one. We'll get rid of Kuga for that. We'll be good. He'll get Mahamayan at 59, so we'll probably just replace this. I'm planning on having him have, like, Kugiyan, Aigiyan, Mahamayan, and Mamudun. He unfortunately doesn't get Hama or Mudo boost there. He does get the upgraded version of Megidola there, Megadolian, which is a little bit better than what he's got. And he also gets Debilitate later, which is a really nice skill, and I'll let you know what it is when we get a little closer to it. He's not going to have it for a little while. I'll probably get it before he does, so. But yeah, good job all around, everybody. I'll have to check out what's on the Steam Summer Sale there.
So I lost.
On this longest day of the year. Of course, that's really kind of pessimistic. You look at it, the days are only going to get shorter after this, so.
Sis!
Alright, so now slow down on the whole transforming into giant mechanical monsters with spike nipples and stuff.
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Well, because it's her sister's most base, yeah,
Sorry.
emotions.
We'll go grab the treasure.
Okay. Let's let them have a moment.
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law.
Yeah.
That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations, twisting the truth for your own personal gain?
It's a little much, Sai. It's a little much.
You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
Yeah, why'd you start doing this in the first place?
My justice.
Because it wasn't for the reasons you're doing it now.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
That's the question.
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
I mean, maybe. Maybe it has something to do with the true culprit? I don't know.
We found it.
Oh, good. That was quick.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well.
Well, that's good.
This deal we made was a great experience for me.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. Oh, sorry to hear that, Garrick. Yeah, hopefully everything goes alright for you there, man. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, like I said. But I appreciate you coming in to hang out with us at this point in time. I know that it's got to be difficult to, you know, be doing stuff right now. And for defeating Shadow Sai and allowing Akechi to finish up the investigation on his own terms, we get rank 7 of the Justice Confidant there.
Alright.
Cool. The rest of his ranks, just like all the other ones, by the way, are completely automatic, so don't worry too much about like having a Justice persona in your stock or anything like that, so it's not a big deal.
To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Life moves in strange ways, Akechi. Yeah, any thoughts on continuing that? We still have side quests and mementos to take care of, man.
By no means. This shall be the end of our working together.
Alright, if you insist.
That was part of our promise. You haven't forgotten, have you?
No, I haven't forgotten. I just kind of was hoping you'd like it enough to want to keep going, so...
Alright, we don't need to stay here any longer.
Yeah, we should probably leave before this place starts collapsing.
Are you alright? I am. Let's go. Huh?
What's up,
Enemy
Futaba?
readings. When did they... They're gathering outside.
What do you mean?
For real? What the hell's going on? Look at those numbers.
That must be a lot of enemies
This
there. I
doesn't
mean,
look
if
good.
that's each and single enemy that's scrolling off the screen there.
We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless.
Maybe they're taking over!
Doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something.
So let's get out of here.
Huh?
What?
We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded.
I mean, shouldn't we, like... Well, I guess we can't really stay. I'm trying to think if we should stay so we could see if the true culprit's coming, but obviously we're kind of boned right now, so...
Discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy.
Ah, so that's why we ended up
That's too
being
dangerous.
singled out. No, I got this. I'll do it.
Joker?
I'm the one they're looking for, after all.
Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
I mean, I'm the most versatile one. I can probably get out of this mess.
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet. Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer.
Glad we're on the same page, Ryuji.
I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Alright, so I'll get out of here, and you guys just, I don't know, escape out the back way or something? I'll meet up with you later.
Please don't do anything reckless, okay?
A lot later.
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back.
I'll make it back. Don't worry about
Still
it.
haven't fulfilled our deal, remember?
Yeah, we're a badass. Yep.
Even more are coming.
That means it's time to go, team.
Painfully reluctant parting.
But parting is such sweet sorrow until we return back
Seems we
together.
had best hurry.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Come on, Makoto.
We'll see you later.
Yep. Count on it. Meanwhile, back at the beginning of the game, this looks like a familiar scene. Of course, we can hear what people are saying now, so it's a little bit different. So now we know why he was revealing himself to all of these people, even though he was, you know, he obviously doesn't want to get caught, but he's the decoy, so. Of course, why they gave the treasure to the decoy, that part doesn't make too much sense, but maybe we'll be able to, like, drop it off somewhere before we get caught. Then they'll pick it up on the way out once we, you know, get arrested. That's what I'm thinking, anyway.
Good. Now get running.
So now you know exactly who was saying everything back at the beginning of the game.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end.
He's smug, but he's our best guy there, Joker is.
What was that?
Someone trying to break into our communications channel?
Just concentrate on getting away.
Okay. I mean, easier said than done, but I'll do what I can.
Showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move.
Yeah, I just like showboating.
Work as always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that smoothly.
This happens because you have no sense for aesthetics.
I think Ryuji would have been a little rough around the edges, so. Well, we're not going that way. Have to find an alternate route.
Looks like the rest of us can slip away. Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries, I can guide you all.
Alright, let's get going then. I wonder if we have to fight Moloch for real now. I mean, I know what his weakness is, so should be okay. Keyword is should.
Take him down, Joker!
Yeah, you got it. Gonna have to watch there, man. I need your mask. You don't need it so badly that your neck gets broken. Great. Here we are again, Moloch. It's like I just fought you yesterday, even though it was like 2 months ago. Oh, hey, Arsene. What's up?
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. We meet once again.
Yeah, what are you doing out of your Persona stock? I thought you were stuck at the bottom of the compendium.
You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power.
Right.
Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you.
That was the plan, Arsene. I don't know why I needed you to tell me that.
No threat. Get him, Joker!
I was going to say probably because he's going to join us for this fight, but as it turns out, no, he's actually not. So this guy, Moloch, normally is weak to ice damage, so let's see if that still holds true. I think he's weak to ice damage anyway. He's a sacrificial pyre keeper, so it makes sense, right? Ha! Gotcha. Yep, definitely still weak to ice damage. Man, I wish I had that at the beginning of the game.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends.
Well, not all of them are maxed out yet, Arsene. What do I do about those?
If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Okay, I'll be counting on it. Later, Arsene. We are actually going to meet again, quote-unquote, with Arsene. Not for the reasons he's necessarily talking about, but I'm planning on summoning him again for a very specific reason before long here.
You defeated them with ease.
Well, he was weak to ice damage, and I still had Byakko hanging out in the back, so I mean...
Be careful!
Okay, we need an exit strategy here. No stun batons for you. Why can't I have one of those? Okay, can do. Out of here. Take the back exit out of here, too.
Come on, man.
Can still hear you. There's some interference, but... Alright, out we go. Same as before, there's no treasure to grab along the way either, so just focus on escaping at this point. Anything else to find out here? I don't think so. There's a little bit of glare on my end of things as well, so I'm kind of having a hard time in the dark here. That's because I'm right under your nose. Ha! Yeah, we should probably...
Huh? What?
Well, that's what I was doing. I was just planning on getting out of here, so... Yep, can do. Go on, get. Alright, he done get. Let's get out of here. Another one of those security rooms. Looks like exactly like it does in the real world. Have to be careful. Crawl on your... okay, never mind. I was gonna say crawl on your hands and knees there, Joker, but nope, didn't need to. Ah, an exit. Well, sort of.
Something wrong? The exit
I mean,
should be up ahead.
well, it is, but it's the front lobby. Okay, if you insist.
Completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Well, I might have some minor scratches, but sure.
There's nowhere to run.
That's what you think. You know, after so many dungeons, I'm kind of an expert at this, guys. You're gonna need to do better than that. Ha! I'd like to see you take the shot now. If anything, you're gonna help me by taking the shot.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that?
You love it, don't you? Well, she would if she was the love interest. But not the thing, so not actually a thing for this playthrough.
It can't be. What happened? An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
No. I'm running! Catch me if you can. Run as fast as I can. You can't catch me. I'm the Phantom Thief, man. Oh. Okay, then. They caught me. Well, this was completely expected, but also probably unexpected when it actually happened.
Suspect secure.
Curses, foiled again.
To find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this.
And who's that?
We're sold out.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to have a word with them later. I wonder which teammate they're talking about. And the rest, well, you know. They're gonna go through it again, but you know the rest. Yeah, I think so, Dudbun. I definitely think so. They just had to drop their, you know, suspense thriller thing at the very beginning of the game, so it's, yeah. But yeah, definitely save here, and probably a good idea to save to a separate file than the one that you're normally in, because, well, the game changes at this point. It's not that it changes any great mechanical way, but you can actually get the bad ending if you make the wrong choices coming up ahead. So don't do that unless you're specifically trying to get the bad ending. I'm not going to do that, though. We'll go for the regular ending. Of course, we got to go through the investigation first, but, you know. Oh, I remember this scene. They may as well have euthanized me.
Guess the drug was too strong.
It's like they flash down here and I've just got like a little lockpick hairpin in my hand. Nope. Not quite that good. Who turned out the lights?
No dozing off.
Is this my spa treatment for the day?
You still don't get it, do you?
Gonna guess no.
Give it up.
Ow. Now you went and broke a perfectly good chair. You think the government's gonna pay for that?
Want another shot? Huh? What about the camera?
I don't know. Why are you...
Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
No, I was thinking you jack off to this stuff, actually.
So you're not that dumb.
You sick fuck.
Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need.
Wouldn't honestly be surprised. Considering the kind of person this guy is.
Justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons.
They were model weapons, to be fair.
Too, yeah? Talk about the works.
That last one was trumped up on me. You can't prove anything.
Led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh?
Well, you've never summoned a persona, so you don't know, man.
You should know your place.
My place is with my friends, taking people's hearts, taking people's names, changing the world to make it a better place. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Thanks for taking the cuffs off, though.
It's a confession under your name.
Alright, fine. Let's not get him to break our leg this time. We know how that went last time.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand.
Will you at least address all of the pieces to my family so that they know how badly things went for me? Send me home in a box. Good lord, man. Signed, Saizo Hikawa. There you go. Something like that, Dudbun. 2 words for you, man. Breath mint. I forget what movie I was quoting there.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Well, let's see if our work in the metaverse there took effect on her.
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Of course, if you want to know whether or not the results of our work in the metaverse actually took action, you should probably think back to all of the super fast forward things that happened there. But I won't go any further than that. It'll all be explained. Don't worry.
Besides,
You prosecutor signed Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
Yeah, well, her director's being an inconvenience to the Phantom Thieves, so I think that's a little bit worse.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
Why didn't you just call her cell phone in the first place?
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
Because she's a prosecutor, dude. This is what you trained her to do.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Of course you won't. You've got it all in your back pocket, don't you?
I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
You're only going to be allowed 6 months with him, Sai. Good luck.
It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
Then what have you been doing all this time? Just keeping me locked up in solitary confinement? I mean, they did just frickin' anesthetize me.
I understand.
So that's how we got here.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present.
Well, that's just great. Can you guys, like, shake off the effects of the drug for me real quick? Because this is the inside of my brain, right?
The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon.
Good.
This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
What does that even mean?
The influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching.
Actually, hang on. Let me say it the normal way. What does that even mean? There.
If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies.
Why did you need to say that in synchrony there?
And grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
Igor, did you make them practice this line? Okay, see you in a few minutes, Deadbun. Don't take too long.
I see.
So that's how we got here, Sai.
So that's what led to your ending up here.
Mm-hmm.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
You're telling me.
I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes.
Well, I don't know that you entirely know the truth. I mean, I imagine it's sort of hard to believe some of the things I've told you.
There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up.
Well, great. We've only spent, what, 125 hours in this room? I can't imagine that they... Did any of us think to stop to go to the bathroom along the way or anything? Like, holy cow.
I do have a suggestion, though.
Actually, it's probably only been like an hour, but... I don't know how we explained all of that gameplay in an hour, but... Yeah, you got me on that one.
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
What kind of deal are we talking here?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now.
Well, she's right about that. So we were ratted out, basically, and that's why the police were able to come into the metaverse there. It doesn't exactly explain everything, but they'll explain it more in a little while there. But yes, we did not change Sai's heart. Despite the fact that we got the treasure, her heart wasn't changed there. Probably because we didn't make it out of the metaverse with the treasure there. So no bait and switch here. We just sort of gave it to the person who was going to be the decoy. Seems a little strange, doesn't it? But I'm not the one planning out this operation right now, so...
You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence.
Actually, this country was corrupt to begin with, Sai. I'm just bringing it to the surface.
You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the dude who anesthetized me said I was going to be coming out of here in a box whether I liked it or not, Sai. So, I'm pretty sure I'm screwed either way. Besides, getting life imprisonment, living life in a box for the rest of my life doesn't sound like the greatest deal.
Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case.
Okay.
Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
Ah, I see what you're doing. You want me to rat out my friends so that you can arrest more people and get all of the blame pinned on them. Well, you would think at this point Sai would already know certain people are involved in all of this, especially, I don't know, her sister. But apparently, she has no idea that anyone other than me was involved in metaverse activities,
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki.
I don't know an An. I know an An, not an An.
Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima.
I like the frequently probing part she added in there.
Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. No, they're not my accomplices.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question.
You can phrase it any way you like, Sai. I'm not ratting them out, so... And a cat, and a catchy. She kind of left those out there, but I would assume it would be hard to pin the blame of, several murders or mental shutdowns, the changing hearts of several other people on a cat. But, I guess anything's possible.
I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves.
I mean, for being honest with you, there was a town, I don't think it's that far away, actually. I think it's only a couple of hours away within my own state. They have, probably 50 or less people in the entire town, and the one time they elected a dog as the mayor. So, I mean, anything is possible, I suppose, but... Is it legal to arrest a cat? I mean, if he's causing corruption? I don't know, man. I don't know how you'd cuff him, but... maybe. But yeah, that's a legitimate thing. You can look it up. I'm pretty sure it happened in my state. Maybe I'm thinking of Pennsylvania, but there's legitimately a town that elected a dog mayor for a couple of years. It was a joke, obviously, but I still find it pretty funny.
Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened.
You thought it was a cat? I think, well, maybe it was a cat. I could have sworn it was a dog, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've looked it up. We passed through the town, I think, at one point, and it said something on their sign was about a dog being a mayor. I was like, what the hell? So I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It might have been a cat, though. You might be right. Well, my life is forfeit anyway, Sai,
You had
so...
the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
No, because there were no such people. If you say that's right on the previous sentence there, and if you say I'll tell you everything at this one, either one of those options will lead to the bad ending, so don't say them.
So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators?
What teammates and collaborators, Sai?
Do you even understand the position that you're in?
Mm-hmm.
Let's discuss one other person. Goro Akechi.
Okay. What
There
about
are
Akechi?
reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
No. Akechi was not a part of our team either.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
No, I do not, Sainijima. Yep, no bargaining, none of that, because I ain't stooping to that.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice.
What is this acting you speak of, Sai?
Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why won't you talk about them?
Because there were no such teammates. Yeah, and selling people out, Sai, is a little bit underhanded. It kind of does go against justice there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
And who's going to decide that? You? A judge? Someone who has no idea about my circumstances or the metaverse? I don't think so. Yeah, you can't call this justice if what we were working at wasn't.
Justice?
Yeah, what about the anesthetizing, Sai? What about the repeated beatings? What about the fact that I can barely give you coherent information because of the fact that I've been practically put out to pasture in this goddamn place?
Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Well, funny story about that. Yeah, so how about sticking to the path that you know is right, despite the fact that everyone has it out for you? Did you ever think of that?
Sticking to the right path? That's no different from us.
Yeah, well, not exactly. Your path is being guided by someone, Sai. My path is my own.
You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you?
Not unless the police brought something back from the metaverse.
You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah, well, I guess it does, doesn't
Many
it?
people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth.
You can't handle the truth! Sorry, couldn't help myself.
The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
Am I confusing you yet, Sai? Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Yeah. What about the true culprits, Sai? They're still out there, probably killing people, probably killing you on the inside right now. What are you gonna do about them?
After all this, you're still...
Oh, hey, good. The drug's wearing off. Now I can actually speak clearly. Yeah, the drug's wearing
The
off.
side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Well, it's not an act anymore, Sai. If I had truth serum in me, then that means that everything I've told you was the truth. Hey, Todd, how's it going? Deception. There was one detail that's been kind of blanked out of our existence. You may remember, at certain points, there was that, like, the drugs sort of kicked in and it sort of, like, white screened over some of the details, like Morgana talking to us in a couple of points, Futaba talking to us a couple of points, and it sort of just glossed over it. That's what we're forgetting.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
Oh, yeah.
No way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Delicious pancakes.
Hey.
Gotta love pancakes. Maybe I should tell Sai about the pancakes.
Can you hear me?
Those were good pancakes.
It seems your mind is clearing up.
Yep.
But unfortunately, my time has run out.
Okay, well.
Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Came to chat and chill. Alright, man, that's cool. Chat and chill, then. I appreciate you being here. What was it? So, you're giving up already, Sai. What was this about winning no matter the cost there? You're giving up.
Huh?
Can't tell me that's exactly how you feel.
That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit.
Then why are you here?
I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Yeah, about interrogations. There was that little detail.
How did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she?
Hey, Tabaltus, how's it going? You're coming in at the most crucial part.
Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
The pieces are starting to come back, but they're still a little disjointed.
Hey, are you listening?
I am. I'm still fading in and out of consciousness, but...
Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Alright, later, Sai. So, actually, you know what? Before you go, let me ask you something that you might want to... Hang on, there's a fly in my room. Let's see if I can get him to the window. Yeah, he's far away now. Let me ask you, Sai. Why did you come to this room? Didn't you come here to interrogate me, to find out the truth, to win this case?
Because this is my job. Don't ask me.
Yeah, we're gonna get cramped in this little room here. It's like waiting in line for a roller coaster or something. No, that's not exactly what I'm saying, Sai.
Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
You gonna say that on the way out,
There's
or?
something that's been bothering me for some time now.
Okay, what was that?
Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby.
Mm-hmm.
A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon.
Let me guess, you find that just a little bit suspicious.
But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct?
Yep.
If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Oh, Sai, I know exactly who sold us out. Yeah, here's the detail that's been fuzzy in our head there.
Suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
Yeah, hand what over, Morgana?
The smartphone, duh.
Ah.
This whole time.
Yeah, I haven't been listening. The truth serum was kind of clouding my head like 5 days before it was given to me.
Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
Okay, I'll do something about it.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
Again, I know exactly who it is. How about we make a deal, Sai? On my terms, though.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
Glad I got you on the same page now. So, how about that phone there?
You mean this?
Yeah, that little armored cased phone. That is the key.
It is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked.
Oh, you don't need to crack that phone. I'll crack it right here for you.
What's so important about this smartphone?
That's the key to the whole investigation, Sai. Right there.
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready.
Poor Futaba.
Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see what you think, Morgana. How are we gonna show it to him?
That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it.
Oh, they were in on it too, huh?
We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Ah, so the true culprit and the traitor are one and the same.
Hey, what are you trying to get at here?
Like I said, that phone is the key to the entire investigation, Sai. Yeah, show it to the true culprit. They'll understand.
The true culprit?
Mm-hmm.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
Oh boy.
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that realm, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
Yeah, I can't exactly tell you, but it's not one of my teammates, Sai.
Not a teammate? My God.
Look in my eyes. You'll see.
You're referring to him, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure we're thinking of the same person. Just trust me on this, Sai. If you do one damn thing for me in this room, trust me on this.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it.
I'll tell you later.
It appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go.
That's fine. Just take the phone with you, Sai. That's all I'm asking.
Last involvement with this case.
Take it back up to evidence. Do whatever you want to do with it, but I need you to take it and show it to the true culprit.
Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end.
Well, at least she's gonna do that for me.
And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once.
You still can, Sai. It's not that hard.
I'll place my bet on you.
All right,
Just need
gotcha.
to show him the phone, right?
That's all you need to do. And then our deal is through.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
And for some reason, because I don't really exactly understand why, but for basically clearing everything up with Sai and getting her to trust us for at least one time here, we get rank 10, maxing out our Judgment Confidant, even though we were at rank 6 just a day ago. Don't know what that's all about, but I suppose it makes sense. And we also get a new ability with Sai, True Justice, which does question mark. Yes, best ability, Dudbun, yeah. She has come full circle, and now she can look at True Justice for us. Yes, so she's awakened to her True Justice.
All right.
And we can now fuse the most powerful judgment persona, Satan! I don't know why, Satan's at the top of the Judgment Confidant there, but yeah, you take what you can get. Is the ability as mysterious as Pot of Greed? It's as mysterious as whatever's in Pot of Greed. I don't know what that stuff is, but it's pretty damn strong.
I'll be going.
I don't think I get the reference, though, Todd, unfortunately. Alright, Sai, just like I said, take that phone.
What does this do, though?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I know what good it'll do, and it'll do everything, basically. Oop, the fly's over here. Hang on, let me see if I can get it out. Satan bailed you out in the end game? Yeah, he's pretty good. I used him for, getting personas confused.
Why are you here?
In the late game there, so. Oh, well, I missed the walk-up because of the damn fly. It was gone again now, by the way, but whatever. Ugh. Yeah, that's all it is, Todd, but it's okay. We'll find out what the ability exactly is. It's more of a story thing anyway than anything else, but hey, Ketchy's here.
Why do you seem so surprised?
Maybe he'll bail us out.
To step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case.
Oh, I'm not here for that. I'm here because I gained access to his bank account through his credit cards. He gave me his wallet before we split up, you see. So now I can bail him out of this investigation. I paid a lot of money for that.
How did you get approval?
No, that's not what happened.
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all.
Ah, so Akechi is the new head of the investigation, isn't he? Now, you may recall, Sai was taken off of the investigation the day before we took her heart, the day that we sent the calling card.
It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
Something fishy going on here.
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation.
Okay, so maybe he's not in charge of the investigation. Point is, he's more involved than Sai is able to at this point. She had to call in a big favor. Akechi's just here for the public interrogation.
I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes?
None that we can talk about, Akechi.
Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
What do you mean by that?
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
The true culprit.
That was but a lie I spread to set them up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
I have to remember that.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves.
So he's the traitor.
I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
You know what you must do, Sai.
My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Show him the phone.
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me?
Wonder what that was. Yeah, it's probably nothing. Pay no attention to that.
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Yeah, all the data's on it.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
If you don't need it, Akechi, might regret it later.
Foolish woman.
Oh, I don't like that face. Oh boy.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Don't do it, man. It's a trap. I'm telling you.
What are you?
I tried to warn you.
I owe you for all of this. Thanks.
You're welcome, I think.
That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And now it will be completed.
Well, that's just great.
Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
You should know, Akechi, I don't like people using me. And so, if you haven't figured it out yet, let me just spell it out in clear words for you. Akechi was the traitor. Akechi is the true culprit. God damn it, Best Husbando betrayed me. What the hell? But now that we know the truth, we get rank 8 of the Justice Confidant. Alright. Not that that's, saying anything, because he's about to kill us, isn't he? This isn't gonna end well. Sorry, Dudbun. It's just the way... I don't know what I'm trying to say there. It's just the way it goes, I suppose. No hard feelings.
It all together?
Yeah, I think so. You could have told them not to brutalize me, though. I mean, you could have just done this in the first place.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
That's what you think! Dodge to the side, Joker! Okay, never mind. Thought that Masuka Kaja was still going, but it must have worn off at the end of the Sai battle. Damn it! And he dies. Wait, dies? I lost? I lost? I'm not supposed to lose! Where's the script? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Interrogation room. Sai interrogates me. We tell her about the true culprit. Hand her the phone. Oh, I see. I was missing a page. We'll get to that. That's what you think, Dudbun. That's what you think. But you'll see. You'll see. All in good time. He is dead, though. So, yeah. like he's dead. Like, stone dead. There's no way he's getting back up from that. It's not like we can use Samaricarm either, or a life ointment. Because, well, those don't work in the real world, do they? Oh, and by the way, he's been working for Shido.
I've told you not to call me by name.
And Shido was the one that we saw at the hotel, and he's the one who's been being the politician for the past so often. It's all coming together now, isn't it? Use a dust of life. That is true, Dudbun. A gunshot wound to the head isn't always fatal. It's just nearly always fatal.
Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
He is dead, though. Like that Saizo in that case is completely dead. Like, he's not getting up from that.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy.
Yeah, exactly, Tibaltus. We've gotten into the darker point in the story, but don't worry, it doesn't last too long.
It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Well, that's not good. He's planning to kill my teammates now.
Possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance.
Joke's on you, Akechi. Morgana's the one who's really been guiding us this whole time.
I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
And Futaba. Perhaps together they can guide the team to victory.
I'll be counting on you.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dudbone. We never even found out who the waifu was. Or, perhaps, spoiler alert, there was no waifu in the first place. And no, don't worry. We'll all be explained in due time.
Lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately you missed the casino. It was only the past couple of streams though, Todd. I kind of held off on it until the 14th of November, so we pretty much did it all in the past couple of streams there. So you won't have to go too far back.
Strange cat once you find it as well.
Well, that's not very nice.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
Man, everybody underestimates Morgana. It's gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
Yeah, you're about to have a PR nightmare on your hands, Akechi. Oh boy.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
What do you mean? Wasn't he working with you guys?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Maybe not. Oh boy. The plot thickens. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away...
No. It can't be.
So yeah, you know all those times that I said he was the one behind everything? Not exactly.
God damn it.
He was a pawn too. To the true mastermind behind all of this. Masayoshi Shido. Yeah, we never even got his name. Sucks. Oh well. Oh shit, my phone? It's not even my phone anymore. It's ringing, Sai. Pick it up.
The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
Ooh, Futaba's calling.
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
Well, she awakened to true justice, Futaba, so perhaps she'll know what you're talking about now. Yeah, the phone's probably bugged.
Akechi is evil.
He was the true culprit.
He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
Sounds like Futaba got her hands on some phone call history there.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Can't say I'm really that shocked, though. Futaba has her grubby little fingers in everybody's tech.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
Yeah, it might be too late for that, Futaba.
Me to save him?
He kind of already shot me dead. There's that strange purple haze again. Wonder what that's all about. Again, I'm sure it's nothing. Pay no attention to that. Hey, wasn't he dead a minute ago?
What is it?
Nothing.
Maybe this is before Akechi got down here. Well, no, because there's only one elevator.
Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Not exactly.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
No, it's Resident Evil 2, yeah. I'm going to be undead for the rest of the game, that's it.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Might have to do something about him there, Sai.
So it's all true.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
Well, I wasn't talking to you, actually.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Ooh, smooth moves. The whole Nijima clan is pretty good at acting, I'd say.
You? But...
She can handle a gun, man.
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence.
I think she's got your number.
I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Are you kidding, Sai? He's not gonna make it 5 feet out the door.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
And so, Interrogation Room Guy went on to become a successful voice actor. He voiced Dorcas in Fire Emblem 7, I think. In Fire Emblem Heroes as well. Because he learned to trust nobody.
The suspect, who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young man.
Yeah, there you go, Tabaltis. To Akechi a killer.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
Sorry, Todd. Dorcas, my man. So now we get to see how the Phantom Thieves are moving on from my death.
Well, I'll be. Goodness.
Seems like they're getting stuck in their old ways.
It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field?
I haven't ran that since middle school, ma'am. They broke my leg.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate anyone.
Oh, jeez, Todd. Yeah, I'm glad Dorcas made it in, too. He kind of deserved it, to be honest with you, to have his little space, considering his status in the Fire Emblem community.
Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding.
I haven't personally played Heroes, though, myself. I've been avoiding the inevitable money sink that it is so far. Don't know how long it's going to last, though.
Normal. Right.
There's nothing normal about this.
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned
You've put no money into it personally? Yeah, if I was ever to play it, I would definitely try to adopt that policy.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply.
It's funny that Inez would be eluding anybody. He seems to want to be the... Well, not as much the star of the show in the game he's in as Lara Chell, but I still don't know how to pronounce her name properly. Seems like everything's going on fairly normally, though. You know, other than the fact that I'm dead.
He had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world.
You're one to talk.
So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news.
Oh boy.
The young man being held in
Yeah, I think my brother's played it a little bit, but I'll have to consult with him about his experience with it.
Not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further
Okay, well that's not
updates
bad,
as
Todd. That's not how home keys work, Futaba.
It can't be.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
You're shitting me. We got him.
But who did we get? Let's find out. Well, I took a bullet to the head.
As though you have been killed.
Yep.
But
I'm
why
dead.
were you killed? Why did you have to die?
So that others might live? I thought that was how this whole sacrificing thing works.
Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
Maybe so.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom.
And what do you mean by that?
What a tremendous plan.
Did I hide a pack of tomato juice in my hair?
How might you be capable of executing such a feat?
No, probably not. I don't think that would stop a bullet.
Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
So now we're going to find out exactly how, well, you'll see in a moment. We'll find out how it all went down. Because not everything is as it seems. So, way back in June in the game, you may recall we had our first conversation with our trader friend, Akechi. Actually, no, this is even further, but there was a conversation we had with him previously that would have led to something happening. But remember how the drug sort of took effect right here?
Hey, they're going.
Yeah, about that.
You realized it too then.
Mm-hmm. So it took effect right about here, but let's just get rid of that now.
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
You may recall from the school festival, not the school festival, the school field trip. Yeah, he's definitely up to something.
Probably.
But way back in the school field trip there, Akechi mentioned something about pancakes. Now, the only person who said anything about pancakes was Morgana. Nobody could hear Morgana if they had never been in the metaverse at that point, so he'd obviously been to the metaverse before that point.
It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
Yeah, here they go. They're gonna kind of show it to you.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice.
Yeah, he's been hearing you all the whole time, Morgana.
This whole deal feels sketchy.
Probably because it is. Yeah, let's do some research. Let's see if we can figure some stuff out.
Yeah, that was my plan too.
Good.
Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
But how will we get them on the same page? Are we going to use like a closed channel or something? Have to figure it out.
There's something.
And then there was this section where the drugs started happening there. But let's just clear that up and find out what really happened.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
Yeah, you got this, Futaba. You've done crazier things than this.
I agree.
Keep thinking.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
Which means you need physical contact with it, huh?
So it's impossible even for you.
Well, she didn't say that, Morgana.
I didn't say it was impossible.
So what do you think?
Okay, I've got a plan.
All right.
That's perfect.
Yeah, keeping it a secret from... I mean, I understand. That way I don't look suspicious when you do it, but...
Don't worry. I'll tell you the details later.
Okay. And by later, do you mean right now? Oh, I see.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
She's so happy when she's being suspicious and vindictive. I love it. Meanwhile, in the interrogation room...
I see. So we're going to use this place.
But how did Yusuke, Mikoto, and Futaba get into the interrogation room?
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember.
Well, I didn't really get an answer there. How would they get into the interrogation room? They can't go there in the real world.
This game is not over yet.
Maybe I just answered my own question.
There are still things that must be done.
I know the answer there, Todd. I'm just being ignorant for the purpose of anyone who hasn't played the game yet. So it's gonna get explained in the next like half an hour or so. So in the moment that Akechi murdered me, this is what actually happened. Oh, you're being cheeky. Okay, gotcha. This is what actually happened. So Akechi murdered me, left the gun, planted it, then left. But did he really murder me? Or was I only a shadow of my former self? The level skip warp pipes, yeah. Looks like the plan all came together in the end. So yes, now they let you save because you are on the path to, at the very least, the neutral ending. There's two endings that you can get past this point, because you could have gotten the bad ending at this point, but you can now get the neutral ending or the true ending. So we'll worry about those when we get there, but I'll explain it more when we actually get past this part. They're actually going to go into a little bit more detail about exactly what happened in just a few minutes. They're going to explain the whole thing. So if there are still details that are a little fuzzy, don't worry. We'll understand before long here. Oops. I already saved. Let's get out of here. Sort of, Dudbun. Like I said, they'll explain it in a minute. It's kind of complicated, but I'll explain the whole thing if it's not clear by the time we're done. So. He should have confessed first. Yeah, well, technically, he did confess first, but not to his friends being involved. That's what you think. Because as these people may recall, well, they don't recall it yet, but as we might recall from what we've heard, Masayoshi Shido is currently running for Prime Minister. He's the one behind the mental shutdowns. And he's been using Akechi to do his dirty work. That's the basic gist here. They're about to elect a madman into their highest executive role in the country. Oddly, the social commentary here, I think, is fairly appropriate given what's going on in the world and in the United States currently. Maybe that's just me. It has you at like 65. Yeah, I'm a little... Actually, I think I'm about on par with the level for some people. There's a way to power level, I think, in the metaverse that I sort of skipped over. I'm going to show how it works in a little while, the next time the flu happens in the game, which happens again, just not yet. Excuse me. Did he, though, Dudbun? Did he really? We'll see about that. Maybe it was the fake Robin Hood. Maybe it was an evil Robin Hood. Where are we going, Sai? I'm trying, but I've been getting very sleepy since they brought me in there. Gotta recall everything. Notice who's not in the conversation here. Akechi is not in this team meeting. Yep, listening now. Go louder, go home, gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Hoban rude. How rude! So Futaba placed the bug after all, and it revealed that Akechi does have an ulterior motive because she got that phone conversation that he had with Shido on there where he said he was going to murder us. Yep, and he's the true culprit. And he was trying to frame us in order to kill me and disband everyone else. He's pretty twisted there, Yusuke. So yes, he basically, Akechi planned to bring in all of those shadows and all of the police force that arrested us. They weren't a part of Sai's cognition. Those were actual police officers and SWAT teams that were all poised to arrest us at the front of the casino, so. I mean, good on him for bringing all those people in there, but holy cow. Had to have been a mental strain. So does that mean that all of those policemen can hear Morgana now? Yep. Well, he did see the true culprit in the mirror every morning. Well, that's the problem, Ryuji. We can't exactly take him down our conventional way because he has a persona, so we can't enter Akechi's palace. Right. Only someone of extreme power could have that kind of reach. And I mean, we know, but they don't know just yet. Yes, so we'll have to have Akechi tell us who it is, and yeah, eventually, he's gonna call the guy eventually anyway. And don't forget, when he was having that conversation with Shido on the phone there, his phone was still bugged. So, we'll know who it is momentarily. This is just earlier in time, like after she bugged the phone, but before we put this whole plan into motion. Oh, probably. Yeah, so we had to play along with him for now. Even though we knew, like earlier on in the game, we went along with this plan to make it seem like we didn't. But Futaba had a plan. It was quite a gambit, but it worked out, so. Yes, so the Saizo that Akechi killed was inside of Sai's palace. How did he get there? The phone. So they'll explain it in a little bit more detail, but basically he killed the cognitive version of me that Sai perceived as being in the interrogation room. He entered the metaverse when Sai showed him the phone. And again, they'll explain this in a little more detail in a few minutes, but that's basically the basic gist of it was that we had to get Akechi into the metaverse to make him think that he killed us, and then get him back out of it. All without him really knowing about it, which, I mean, it in a way it sort of doesn't make sense, because Akechi would know when he's entering and exiting the metaverse, wouldn't he? I mean, he's been in and out of it so many times, but
however, the police
either way, it worked out.
This investigation until the case is fully solved.
Maybe he's more gullible than we originally thought.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
Meanwhile, I've been in hiding.
You're her sister, correct?
Yep. Well, you should know, shouldn't you, Haru? We just fought her shadow.
Makoto told me everything.
Well, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Lucy, I'm home! Jesus, don't mob me, guys.
How have you been?
Well, I had a hole shot through my head, so ghostly.
You're not floating.
I mean, I could try. Damn it, I should have brought a float ball from Nocturne. Oh well.
Truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Well, I'm glad he's not here.
Pull this off.
The real question is he ever going to come back here, since this is his favorite coffee spot? But probably not, since he's kind of gone off the deep end at this point. He jumped the shark. That's it. Game over, man.
Isn't this guy considered dead?
Not just considered.
You
For all accounts and purposes, I am dead, so...
I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe.
Haven't really had much time to explain things yet.
It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
He just walked in. Oh, hey, boss, what's going on? What the hell?
I didn't have time to explain.
Yeah, kind of needed to be quick about these things.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Yes, let's, so that way we can fill in the details for anybody who isn't 100% sure.
The Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
That doesn't explain anything to him, Makoto. He doesn't know anything about the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
This is going way over my head.
Fake? What are you talking about?
That's what you'd hope, Tibaltus, but unfortunately I don't think he's gonna come here and deal with it. Likely Akechi came here originally not because it was his favorite coffee spot, but because he was keeping an eye on us so that he could eventually, you know, weasel his way into our party. But now that he thinks we're dead, not gonna come here anymore. Oh jeez, Todd. Oh boy.
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
Yep.
True culprit?
Yeah.
I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
Yeah, the guy that was causing all of those mental shutdowns, Sojiro.
Goro Akechi.
Well, he was the one doing all the dirty
Beforehand
work.
That he was the traitor, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he sort of messed up when we first met him.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back.
Yeah, Team Social Anxiety. Is that like the name of an exploration team in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Level 50 Wild Tentacruel and Platinum. Are you on the route that's going to the Victory Road, Todd? Because I think you can find them around that level there. I'm not 100% sure though. It's been a long time since I've played Diamond and Pearl, and I've never played Platinum, so it could be different from that. Yeah, you can fight level 100 Magikarp on that one island in that game, but anyway.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
Yeah, not exactly. I mean, would you really have believed me, Sai?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi.
Oh, you don't remember them hitting higher than 46? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen them go higher than that myself. I don't know if they go higher than 50, though. Not 100% sure about that, but I'm fairly certain 50 is like the highest end that they could be on that route.
Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
Right, exactly.
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit.
Right.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
Well, he said it himself, Sai. In order to trick your enemies, first you have to trick your allies. But before you trick your allies, first you have to trick your enemies who are trying to make you believe they're your allies. Just trick everybody,
I can't keep
man.
up with any of this stuff.
I know, boss. I'd be as lost as you at this point.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
Pancakes!
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yeah, about that.
Yes, Morgana can talk.
It's not that strange when you think about it, boss. But then again, you don't know anything about the metaverse, so...
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
No, we're pretty serious right now.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
shouldn't you know, Sai? You've been to the metaverse, so you'd probably be able to hear Morgana talk. Then again, she didn't hear Morgana talk while in the metaverse, so maybe that's why she doesn't know.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person.
And then once you've seen that he talks like a normal person in the metaverse, you can hear him in the real world.
Once you hear
Okay.
that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality.
Space magic
It's a
bullshit.
change in cognition, most likely.
I think.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
Lame acting. This coming from Anne. Man, she thinks he has lame acting. That's saying something.
When we talk to Akechi, it's
Yeah, you guys had the right idea, but yeah, it's basically if you hear him in the metaverse, you can hear him in real life, so.
But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Yeah, for as much flack as I've been giving Ryuji about kind of being an idiot sometimes, and to a lesser extent saying that Anne is kind of airheaded sometimes, they're not that much, because they knew about this. They were perceptive enough to pick this up.
That huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here.
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
And as you may recall, at the time I said, oh yeah, that was just my cat. Wait a minute. You've moved on, Dudbun? Okay. You and Kira are on the same page now because she likes Ryuji too.
He was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And apparently he'd already heard Morgana. Maybe he had gone into Kamoshida's palace at some point to see. Maybe that's why Morgana was locked up. We never thought about that. Maybe Akechi was the one that got him caught in Kamoshida's palace. Yeah, if you lose the duel, you'll lose your soul!
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It's a good thing I've rigged the deck with the heart of the cards, and by heart of the cards, I mean I pretended to shuffle it and then put all the most important cards at the top of it so that I could win at exactly the right moment.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one after all.
Yeah, but it was only an honest one if he could hear you talking. So, but yeah, his story was just a little too good. We picked it apart a little bit and we found some serious cracks in it.
He did approach us when we found ourselves
Yes,
in the
I
worst
played the
trouble.
fool card. You can't do anything. Exodia obliterate! That's the gist of it.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
And how did she do that?
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app.
See, I remember when she snatched it out of his hands and said, "This is the newest model, I want one." Not exactly.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
That's how you know you're doing it right, Futaba.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
But Futaba's the best, so...
Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
It was a good act, Futaba.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act.
I would say the real question is why did he talk about this in a phone call, but it's just as likely that Futaba's bug could have caught him as long as he had the phone on him, which who doesn't have their phone on them everywhere they go nowadays. She probably could have bugged his speaker to turn on whenever he was, you know, having random chats with people.
That would
So
be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
yes, because it was a room underground where nobody could find us, so it would be easy to just pew, kill him, walk out, done. But oh, your phone stays in your bedroom when you leave the house? Yeah, see, man, I can't do that. I gotta take my phone with me.
We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Thankfully, interrogation room guard got away, so that's good. Yeah, that's part of it.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Yep, and we saved an innocent life this day, so we did a good thing.
Well then, I will make the arrangements day after the arrest. And thus, the
You never been a phone person. That's okay, Dead One. That's no problem.
mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's pretty twisted.
Detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
Yep.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi.
Mm-hmm.
Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
Because someone with that kind of power, they could get rid of all of us with a snap of their fingers, so...
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
So there's your basic gist there, is that Akechi, when he killed Saizo, he killed the cognitive version of Saizo, who he thought was in the interrogation room, and he was, but it wasn't the real Saizo. The real Saizo was in the actual interrogation room in real life. Akechi was inside of the palace, and so was the cognitive version of Saizo.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
You get it now? Okay, good. Good. They're going to explain it anyway, though, so... Well, let's see here.
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
And as we recall, only the distorted portion of Sai's mind created that casino. The rest of reality was in her palace, but it was basically the same as reality. All the different conditions were the same, so... That palace wouldn't have done it, obviously.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
Right.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
So people could have technically just been phasing in and out of metaverse and reality and at times previous to this, and they wouldn't even have known better. Unless they came across a palace, obviously.
Came in from the station without even noticing.
Right. Yeah, we had no idea until we got to school, so...
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
Sometimes we'll surprise you, Morgana.
To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it.
Right. Yeah, it was a pretty good idea. Tell them all about it.
It's good we have her heading up our operations.
She's a smart cookie.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
Sounds like someone else in the room.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi.
Just a bit, though. Just a bit. I'm saying just a bit a couple of times. I'm making hand motions like you guys can see it.
But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis.
It kind of got personal
then.
then.
Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all.
Well, I could tell you used the move Desperation, so...
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Well...
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room.
Right, because we aren't perceived as a threat down there.
Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Any of that distortion stuff that happens when we're in the palace doesn't happen in the outside reality portion of the palace. It just happens inside where the distortion is. That's where the little shadowy stuff that creeps in on the sides of our screen sometimes, that's where that comes in, but not in the other parts.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Right.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
At the time, sure.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
Because those people were perceived the same as reality. So if he was caught, or if he was, you know, undersized care or command, basically, because she was the one commanding the security officers and all that other stuff. Once he was caught, he's no longer perceived as a threat, so his clothes come back and he ends up in the interrogation room.
They looked no different from actual living people.
Right.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
I'd like to think I did a decent job of not spoiling Akechi being the traitor. I mean, there was, again, that comment that I made about the pancakes way back in June, but other than that, I don't think I did too badly, I think. I don't know if they're going to show it here, but
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow.
that one point that they showed us where Yusuke, Futaba, and Makoto were in the interrogation room there, if they haven't said it yet, I don't think they have, I'll just say it here, that was the palace version of the interrogation room. They went and investigated that in order to form this whole plan. So they weren't in the real world interrogation room, they were just in the metaverse version. Sorry, Dudbun. It's supposed to happen though. It's a part of the way that they programmed the game and the way that they wrote the story. It was planned.
However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush.
Or so they may think.
As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Yeah, as you may recall, I had the briefcase, but I didn't get it out of the metaverse. So.
Except that was all an act.
But that's bullshit because
We an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
See, Akechi didn't know what the treasure looked like exactly, so we could just plant that briefcase and then be like, yeah, this is the treasure. Nope.
This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
Yeah, we really couldn't have said anything, though, Dudbun, without spoiling it for you,
We
so.
made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us.
Excuse
and
me.
just as expected, he totally took the bait.
It's more gullible than I thought. Hey, Conker, how's it going? You just missed the most important everything.
Him getting captured by
Sorry.
the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had
But
been
we're back to the
told
present
you
day
had no knowledge
in
of
the
this.
game, so.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
Then again, Conker, you've seen this whole part already yourself, so you kind of know what happened, so. Just got back from class. Okay, gotcha.
All I needed were the coordinates.
Yep. So basically what Futaba did, and she'll explain it later because you can actually get more details from her, but when Sai showed Akechi the phone at the time, she used her laptop to hack into the phone and remotely enter the metaverse. Sai's palace, to be more specific. Just for a moment, so that Akechi could murder my cognitive version. And then when Sai stepped down the hallway further, in order to prevent her from getting killed by Akechi on the way up, down the elevator, Futaba hit it again and had Sai come out of the metaverse. When Akechi got out of the metaverse, we don't know. Probably at some other point, but the point is that she got out of there, so. Yeah, you've seen it already, and you knew it from the beginning. The pancakes, man. They're too powerful. It's too powerful of a drop, a hint. But yeah, you can get more details on it later.
In the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
Yeah, basically, Dudbun. That's the long and short of it. She just hacked it in the phone, opened the app up, and then closed it back out again, so no big deal. Probably fairly easy for someone with her caliber.
By himself in that quiet chamber.
I did have a good laugh at Akechi's expense there the first time, so.
That's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Well, I had to tell you that it was the key to the whole investigation, otherwise you wouldn't have taken it, and then we would have been boned.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the end of things, I'm just glad I didn't get shot in the forehead, so.
all I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
Yeah, it is. I like the little illustrations that they've got going on when they're explaining the plan here. They're a nice little touch. It's just an interesting little thing.
Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
Yeah, you've actually stepped inside of your own palace, which is a little bit strange, but we knew that could work too because Futaba's been in her own palace, so it all sort of came together there.
There is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
It's when they spend quite a while in there, Futaba, that things can get a little hairy.
The other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape.
And you ended up doing exactly that, so...
Having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
Yeah, that would have been a thing there, Dudbun. Probably the smile that came up on his face there probably happened when Sai was the one that opened the door, rather than Akechi.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Right.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Well, we had to deceive you just a little bit to make sure that everything's going on, so... Ah, gotcha, Conker. So they just had to, basically, when Akechi and Sai went, well, in Akechi's case anyway, when he went back up the elevator to where he first was put into the metaverse by the phone, he just exited the metaverse without even really knowing. Because obviously, as we've seen before, he's sort of gullible when it comes to that stuff.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation.
Likely, though, thinking about it, Akechi's been into the metaverse so many times, it's probably not really all that bothersome to him that he would go in and out. Like, sometimes, considering how used to it he probably is, I doubt that he may even really notice a change, or, you know, a change in reality like that.
Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
I mean, he did kind of make a little offhand, like, what was that type of a deal, but other than that, he didn't really do much.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
Right.
That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble.
Especially since they drugged me.
Couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Which was why I had to be the one to do it, because I'm the one that could convince her of the truth. The fact that Saizo is so honest and straightforward about everything that he does, case in point all the confidants, that's how he was going to be the one that made Sai understand, basically. Yeah, I think you're right, Conker. I'm pretty sure I remember that, so...
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Yeah, I knew you'd get around to it eventually, but I suppose the drugs sort of did make it a little more difficult.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture.
Right.
Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
Because, again, as much as I've kind of ragged on Sai for the whole game so far, she's not dumb. Like, she can understand when things are going down that even she may not be privy to, and she'll want to investigate them because she's a prosecutor, so that's part of her nature.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
And that's how it works.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yep, and also prevent them from, you know, viciously murdering you while we went and took care of your shadow.
Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
Yeah, something like that, Conker.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
Well, that's pretty much all there is to it, so...
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
Sorry, I pressed the button a little too early there.
The police never even checked it.
Oh, really?
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
So likely they didn't even, you know, they just had him sign off on paperwork without even, like, checking it.
The coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
And that's how you know, again, that somebody higher up in power was the one that was responsible, so...
The bad guys have that much influence?
Yes, they do.
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise.
we also knew of a possible conspirator.
Okay, Tibaltus, take it easy until you come on back. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, so if you don't make it back, I'll see you then if you're available for it.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray.
Oh, well, not all of the higher-ups knew about it, Sai. I'm sure they're going through the whole everything about your Special Investigations Unit director right about now, so...
As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And now Akechi is reveling in all of the heroism that he's living in right now, because everybody is
Confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
singing his praises, I'm sure.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
So I am a ghost right now, like literally. When I said ghostly, I wasn't lying. Everybody thinks I'm dead, so we gotta use that to our advantage.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him.
Alright, take it easy, Tibaltus.
The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
Well, so is everything about this case, so...
If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died.
That's basically how the bad ending goes. Like, I mean, it's not exactly how the bad ending goes, but basically when you rat out your friends in the bad ending, he sort of doesn't lose consciousness, but he doesn't remember all those crucial details because of the drugs being too strong, and then Akechi shoots him in the head, pew pew, dead, and that's the bad ending, basically. And then Igor's kind of like, wow, this didn't really work out for you, did it? And then they roll the credits and blah, blah, blah.
I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
You're telling me. Yeah, it was a pretty close call there.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
As it should. I mean, it would freak anybody out.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
What are you trying to say there, Haru?
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
Of course you did, Ryuji.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Sometimes I envy that, though.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
Wonder if Akechi's still keeping an eye on us. He probably thinks we're like all, I don't know. If he is keeping an eye on us, he probably just thinks we're all like mourning or something.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Likely, though, Akechi's so swarmed by all the public interviews and public attention and blah, blah, blah in the media that he's having a hard time of even being able to do his normal stuff that he was doing before, so...
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander.
Mm-hmm.
What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
Well, they probably figured that if you stayed in there too long, Akechi would just murder you too, but thankfully you got out of there just in time.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you.
Alright, cool. So we ended up getting somebody's help on the inside of the police force anyway, even though the actual help that we got before ended up being a traitor. What a concept!
You saved me, after all.
Wow, it weren't
That's
nothing.
reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
Alright, sounds good.
Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Alright, cool. Thanks there, boss.
Are you sure?
So yeah, now we don't have to use the second floor in order to do this. Sojiro will literally just close up the coffee shop when we want to meet in order to go to Mementos or the Palace from now on, so...
This guy can't leave. Plus,
yeah, curry and coffee, anybody?
If people can hear you from downstairs.
Well, it's not that I can't leave, boss. It's that I gotta be really, really careful if I leave.
It's not like this place is the liveliest...
He's really cool character, Dudbun. I really like him.
Loss for me.
You've probably still got that pension money kicking around, boss, from your work with the government. Wonder if that's still a thing in Japan. I know it is in the United States, so...
What a great man.
High praise coming from you, Yusuke. Yeah, so if you didn't catch what was going on there, you can always use the story option in the systems menu there to kind of catch yourself up. They give you the bare bones details there, but... Meanwhile, thousands of miles away...
That sounds familiar.
I sure hope so.
It's me, Akechi.
You only practically ended my life as I knew it.
Enter.
The bad guys have to have their meeting now, though.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular.
It just seems familiar somehow.
More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
I'm sure it's not important. Pay no attention to why that seems familiar, Shido.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
And on the same day that the Phantom Thieves got caught, too. It's a good thing he wasn't like a big public dude, like in the public eye or anything, or this could have gone south several different ways for these guys, but...
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
Yeah, for about 5 seconds until you run him off the road again.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
Great.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
Gee, you're always gonna be our hero, Akechi.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
That's what he thinks. Well, we're gonna stop him. So, tain't gonna be nothing he can do about that. Well, actually, that's not true. He probably knows enough about the metaverse to where he can
snap election for the House of Representatives.
know about all of that.
Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears.
Yeah, Yoshida out of nowhere. I really hope Yoshida's not running for the same party that Shido's running for, because holy cow, that would suck. Yeah, I think he'll win, too. I forget if we ever find out if he wins or not. I'm fairly certain we do towards the end of the game, but I'm not 100% sure.
Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Those are important dates, by the way, so keep those in mind.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Actually, it matters very much to us, Ryuji, as we're going to find out in a few minutes.
Resume our conversation.
Right, Conker, exactly. I think I know who's going to do it.
Back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard Baccaner.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Let's find out.
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
God, it's like these kids don't pay attention to anything at all.
He is unmistakably a man.
Like, they pull off this super incredible leverage-ass plan to get us out of there without getting murdered, but they don't remember the news talking about the potential new prime minister? Are you kidding me? Hello?
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
The one and only.
Who?
I hope that facepalm showed up on the mic.
I believe he's a...
If it didn't, here's another one.
Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes, Ryuji, for real.
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
It showed up, okay. Well, I guess that is kind of true, Dudbun. It's just, honestly, it feels like we've seen him all over the news lately, so if anybody's been paying any attention to the television at all, like, there have been some cutscenes interspersed throughout the game where it's sort of like he's been saying stuff about the Phantom Thieves. So I feel like if anybody was to know who he was, all they have to do is look at the television, but,
Nothing material.
These
However,
crazy
there are
kids.
various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns.
Right, because anybody who would have opposed him in the coming elections is now gone.
He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, Dudbun, is usually the candidates are the ones who show up, especially when they're coming up for election or re-election, and then you sort of forget about them after that, so, you know, unless it's like somebody of great importance, like, say, your president or your, you know, like your state senators or something like that, so. It's different everywhere, though, because different places have different political everything, basically, so.
On top of that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election.
You're saying it like he's not going to win. I mean, he's not going to win. We're going to stop him, but if nobody stops him, he will win the next election. He's literally rigged everything so that he will 100% win it, so.
No.
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
Probably not directly Yusuke, but we would have been a hindrance to him, so.
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
Right, so he had to eliminate anybody who could have possibly exposed that part of him.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
Right.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what
Only
it
a
takes.
prime minister, gotcha. See, I mean, I know my, do I know my state senators and House members? I'm fairly certain I remember them. I know I've written to them about certain political issues. Like, they always tell us over here, like, if there's a political issue that you'd like to make yourself known about, you should write your state senator or your state senators, plural, that is, or your state House representatives, because they're the ones who have the most likelihood of changing something on a federal level. But obviously, whether or not that happens is, you know. I mean, I've received automated messages back from them about the whole thing, but that's what it was, is it was automated. It was just, you know, they basically were like, okay, send out this reply message that has something to do with what they were talking about, and then I'll sign it, and then it goes, so.
Mom.
Yeah, we gotta avenge Futaba's mother, we gotta avenge Haru's father, we gotta avenge all of the crap that's been going on here, so.
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
Well, you did start paying attention to the television when he was brought up there, boss.
Based
So
on the connections I had from my previous job, I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Dudbun. No, I mean, it's not bad to not know precisely who they are, because, I mean, until the elections come up, or something super important comes up, like, say, the net neutrality issues that we've been having over here, which, by the way, I'm fairly certain that's not a thing, so I may have to start paying some extra money to make sure my internet isn't throttled every time I want to use Twitch there. In the United States anyway. But yeah, like when important issues come up or when the elections come up, then of course you're going to know who they are. But after that point, it's like you guys said, they sort of fade into obscurity after that until an issue comes up that really matters to you, because then they're the ones, like I said, that have the highest chance of being able to change something.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved.
But apparently, we now know who the men in the black suits were from Futaba's palace, who were reading to her about the suicide and everything like that. We also know the ones that kidnapped Wakaba's research. They were working for Shido, so. Oh, gotcha, Dudbun. Yeah, I voted third party too there, Todd. Who was the person in charge of the Green Party the last time? I think her last name was Stein, if I remember right. I voted for her. Some of the issues that she was focusing on, particularly about education, federal education plans in the United States, sort of resonated with me at the time. I looked into her a little bit more following the elections, and I don't know necessarily that she had all of the chutzpah, I want to say, almost. I don't know that she would have gone very far other than that one issue if she was elected. So we were, honestly, I feel like a lot of us were kind of this is bad because it's me talking about politics here on Twitch, where anybody could tell me that I'm a bigot for it, but whatever, I'm not going to care. But I feel like, honestly, no matter who would have gotten into office the last time, we were all kind of screwed in a way. But that's just me.
But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Well, that was probably for the best there, Sojourner, but now there's something we can do about Shido, so.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
It would have helped a little bit.
you guys would have definitely gone out.
Yeah, back to the subject. Back to the subject at hand.
He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Well, that's true. He is pretty strong, so we probably wouldn't have been able to, like, actually do anything to him if we had found out earlier.
Originally, I was
Right now, though?
mental shutdown cases.
Well, actually, we're probably still too low of a level to face him right now. But we'll be at the right level by the time we get to him.
It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties.
Let me guess.
Boss was one of those parties.
Hmm.
I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
Yeah, and you or anybody else, Sai.
Mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Not directly connected, but they're all connected to the cognitive science there.
Back when Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
Then he sort of stumbled upon the research that would allow him to do all of that, so... Yes, I'm fairly certain he takes the equipment that we left on him when he leaves, which is probably why I didn't bother buying any equipment for him, because I knew he was going to take it when he left. So we'll have to see. Yes, he took that equipment. Okay, thanks for confirming that, Conquer. I appreciate that. But yes, Arsene was resummoned for me when I was escaping Sai's Palace. Even though I didn't have him on my stock, I didn't use him, but he came up when we were fighting Moloch and said, hey, make sure that you crush him, and then I totally one-shotted Moloch with Byac Ko, so...
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
Bad things, man. Bad things. Potential nuclear war, children being put in concentration camps on the borders. Oh, wait, that's my own country. Fuck.
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another
I laugh, but seriously, everything that's gone on so far is really fucked up in my country. Like, I'm gonna get off the politics after this, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that everything that has gone on that, in general, over the past few weeks is just really messed up about the things that have happened in my country. And I honestly wish there was something more that I could do about it, but unfortunately, there isn't too much I can do until 2020, and at that point, all I can do is vote, so... Thanks, Carbon. At least somebody agrees with me.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard.
It's too bad the metaverse doesn't exist in real life. Complacency, Dudbun. That's the long and short of it. Complacency.
Then let's check the nav.
Yeah, he gets resummoned even if you don't have him in your stock. He has to tell you that, hey, we'll meet again shortly, and there's a reason for that, but yeah. I couldn't tell you, Dudbun, but like I said, that's my most likely guess, complacency. People just don't do anything about it. We got a hit.
Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
At least he doesn't have a persona. That would suck.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Well, yeah.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
Well, he's a politician, so everything that he does probably happens in the Diet Building, Ryuji.
This palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
I can think of exactly one place. Well, duh. I mean, I know a literal politician, so of course I'm gonna know that.
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
I mean, if he becomes Prime Minister, isn't that kind of a given?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right?
Ah, gotcha, Conquer. Yep, yeah, he comes back whether you have him or not, so... Yeah, let's do this then. I mean, Akechi, he doesn't think I'm alive, so we gotta do this.
Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
I don't know about that.
Let's win this together.
No, actually, Shido is pretty difficult, so...
Time for revenge. Then it's unanimous.
Let's do this.
Figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
I can think of a few things.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
Right.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
That's okay, boss.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
Right.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
Okay.
That reminds me. What are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
And that's why I returned the library book, by the way, and that's also why you can no longer slack off in class with Kawakami after this, because you can't go to school. You're dead, so...
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
She's always covering my ass, man.
That's what I told the school.
Ah, okay, gotcha, Conquer. That makes sense.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
It's okay. I have the perfect disguise.
What do you mean?
I think.
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations.
Right.
A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
That's why we're gonna kill him! Wait a minute.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide.
So remember what they're saying for later, because when we send the calling card, it'll come in play, so...
Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
Right.
He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Then we'll name drop Shido, and then we'll head into his palace.
Everyone's gonna flip.
Oh yeah.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
Yeah, we're fairly thorough. Sometimes not so much, but most of the time.
Intellectuals, you know.
You wish, Ryuji.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed.
Right. Had to make everyone fooled.
What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun.
The real battle has just begun!
We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
They're gonna come back for round 2, and they punch pretty hard.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
It's okay, we'll be ready, though.
These people tried to trap and kill us.
Yes, exactly. They're smart kids, but they didn't know who Shido was. Wah wah.
We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
Yes, we will, and that's why I'm going to be, unfortunately, because of all of the things I need to synthesize with the electric chair there in the game, I'm going to be lifting my previous statement of I'm not going to summon things until I'm the exact level that I need to be in order to summon them, because I'm not going to be above level 54 between now and December 5th when we go into the palace for the first time. So there's going to be things that I'm going to need to summon that are well ahead of my level before then. And yeah, that's obviously going to cost us some money, but it's okay. We'll have enough money. Right. Let's do this then. Meanwhile, at the enemy's stronghold.
It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Shido and Akechi are going to talk about things that they probably should have talked about a long time ago, but apparently they're going to bring it up again because they need to get us all up to speed.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against...
Yeah, I know, I'm breaking the rules. Sai's going to hit me with the penalty, so... Uh-oh.
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
So I didn't like it, so then I tried to preemptively deal with problems, and that's where we are now.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power.
Well, you should have just recruited, what was his name? Actually, it's funny because there's one of the main antagonists in, I would assume he's one of the main antagonists anyway, in Nocturne. I didn't know this before making Saizo's last name Hikawa, but one of the main antagonists in Nocturne is actually named Hikawa, and he is a pretty shady dude that Shido probably would have benefited from having access to. I don't know, man. Nocturne's a weird game. It's going to be one of those games where I'm going to play it and it's going to be like, what the hell, half the time we're playing, so. Oh, there was an ad on there? I thought I had those disabled. Huh. I'll have to look into that. Oh, Bill Wirtz. I haven't heard of him. I'll have to check him out.
Recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
That's an understatement.
If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
Oh, okay, Dudbun. Huh. I didn't know about that.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown?
So yes, when Akechi went into people's hearts there, he basically, instead of changing their hearts, he just straight up murdered their shadows, and that caused them to go off the rails there in most cases. Of course, there were certain cases where people just had a psychotic breakdown. They didn't die from it. So I wonder how that worked.
And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
All in due time, we'll find out. All in due time.
Because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Dudbun. Yeah, like I said, I thought I had them turned off.
To be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
I was thinking maybe the fact that I'm a Twitch affiliate sort of forced them onto it or something, but maybe not.
My faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Oh, you have no idea, Shido.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
It's cold, Akechi. Of course, coming from you now, I sort of expect that.
Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Dudbun.
On our side until recently.
That's because you killed him.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion.
Well, that's just great.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information.
Let me guess.
Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
Great.
This country's affairs have become stagnant.
Yeah, because you've killed everyone who could have made things interesting.
The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
Again, the social commentary is on point in this episode.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Yeah, if you say so, Shido.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
That way, Shido's name never gets dirtied, and he can just sort of be the savior that the whole country needs.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
And that's the Akechi that we knew. Now we know better.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
And call me a filibuster, Shido, because I'm about to beat your ass out of that monopoly.
Once I
I wonder I still even know that word.
Collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
And that's why I got written off, basically, because when Shido was drunk and fell all over the place and hurt himself, because he had the police in his pocket, so he could do whatever the hell he felt like.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Right, of course.
Popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since.
And I'm guessing that Yoshida lost them, huh? Oh boy.
The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Oh, great.
Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned.
So yeah, everything that's happened that we've seen sort of in the background so far in the game, all under Shido's thumb. He's planned this from the very beginning. What an asshole.
The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins.
Then I'll open the metaverse up to the whole world, and the world will end. The end.
I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
Or that.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
Admittedly a good goal, just a very, 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 very bad way of going about it.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided.
We're making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
That is my duty as the chosen one.
We'll get to that game soon enough.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
And what is it you desire, Akechi?
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts.
Honestly, I'm not so sure about that, Akechi. I feel like Shido will just eliminate you when he becomes Prime Minister anyway.
I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
Well, good. It'll make it even easier for him to eliminate you then.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Yeah, maybe, Conquer. Maybe it did. I don't know. I think they did a decent job of it so far,
I
but...
am thinking about the future, though.
You're right. I mean, maybe they could have written it a little bit better. I mean, I especially think that they could have written it better if they didn't keep doing the super flash forward shit that they were doing with Sai, but... You're right. They probably could have written it a little bit better, but overall, I think they did a decent job of it. At least they didn't, like, F it up, basically. You know what I mean?
This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far.
They could have done a horrible job of it, and it would have been really bad.
And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I feel. It's not bad. It could have been better, but it's not bad overall. At least it wasn't messed up.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other.
Well, we're not gonna kill him if that's what you're getting at.
But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Well, good. We're on the same page there.
I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Sounds good. Thanks, Morgana. Wonder why that wasn't rank 10 of the Magician Confidant.
Well, how do I put this?
Incidentally, I also wonder why us talking with Igor and revealing the truth wasn't rank 10 of the Fool Confidant. Interesting. Oh well, anyway. Yeah, real busy tomorrow, starting from tomorrow on. Well, we can hit the hay now, or we can check in with Sojiro, Futaba, and Morgana to get a little bit more details about what happened. So let's do that.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good. Okay, well, they just won't leak my name, basically, then. Okay. I'll have to stay quiet. I don't know if I can do that. Well, true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, right, Dudmud. Everyone's gonna watch me sleep tonight. What's up, Morgana? That would be pretty cool, Conquer. I feel like it would be sort of difficult to implement, but yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I'd honestly myself be interested in doing a playthrough where the player character ends up being the traitor, and I was gonna sort of drop hints like that when I first started getting to this point. I was like, maybe I should make it seem like I was the traitor, but then I realized Akechi sort of murders us before Ryuji has that little thing where, you know, they announce that he committed suicide, and then he's like, we got him. It's like, well, maybe I was the traitor all along, but no, we get murdered before then, so we find out who the traitor is before then. So my plan really wouldn't have worked. But yeah, you're right, I think that would have been an interesting mechanic. Like I said, tough to implement, but I think it would have been cool if they pulled it off. Oh, and Morgana was mentioning there, yeah, we got rank 8 of the Justice Confidant, even though Akechi was talking to the fake, so it's a little weird, huh? Yeah, if he perceived us as being in there, then it means we were successful. So, yeah, the metaverse works in strange ways. That part they never really exactly explain, but it's essentially the metaverse works in strange ways. That's the long and short of that explanation. Yeah, that's right. She did. She hijacked our phone when we took the trip there. Yeah, how'd that work exactly? Right. Well, you could see when he was getting close to my phone, and then you could turn on the remote start for the metanav. Yes. So. Right, which is why we had to give Sai the phone there. Yep. Well, that's true. It is kind of a weird app, so. Right, and that's how we've been able to get, like, if we were to do palaces in multiple day spurts instead of all at once there, when we would go into the palace, all we'd have to do is press one button on the bookmark function, and off we went, so. Yep. Not bad, Futaba, not bad. Okay, let's go to sleep now with everybody in the room.
I'm gonna head back then.
Okay, sounds good. Actually, before we go to bed, let me save real quick, because we've been through a lot this night, so let's save real quick just to get it all set there. All right, tomorrow we start our investigation. Yeah, true, Conquer. Yep, you're right. It would take a long time to implement, but I mean, like you said though, it would be pretty interesting. I don't know what I'd do without the rest of my party, but I suppose that would kind of be the point, wouldn't it? And Akechi's being, lauded now. That's just great. Hailed as a hero. So yeah, obviously we're not going to be the ones on the train or anything anymore because we can't go to school. So they're going to show everybody else's perspectives at certain points where they're sort of doing things instead. So, oh my God, complacency, total complacency. Well, yeah, because he broke them in the first place. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it is broke, I did it. Yeah, that would also have been interesting, Conquer, if they had more than one person doing the betraying. Like sort of your teammates collaborating in a way or something like that. So. We'll show them all, Ryuji. Oh, no, not exactly, Dudbun. Yeah, we're still playing as Saizo. We're just out here, so. Well, good. I'm glad that you caused the plan to move forward there, Kawakami, even though you weren't technically in on the plan. Yeah, I'm okay. I might actually still need your help, so. Yeah, the news is confusing. Thanks, Kawakami. Well, we've still got her help if we need it, so I'll have to call her for a couple more special massages. 1, 2, 3, 4 more special massages, actually. We won't see the school that much after this, though. Like, they're just doing this at this point so that they could sort of give you an idea of what's going on while everybody else is getting ready for the investigation, so. The way you're talking about it, Conquer, though, what it almost sort of reminds me of is like a Mass Effect or a Dragon Age type of a game then, though, is that, like, you sort of, where the choices that you make actually sort of matter in people's allegiances and all that other stuff, so, I don't know.
Cut that out!
You're just saying that, Mr. Ushimaru. You just really want me in class because I'm the only one who answered all your questions. Oh, maybe it's time. No, not quite. Mishima needs to talk to me first. Yeah, I'm good. Right. Well, he couldn't exactly say anything, Mishima. You gotta understand, we're all sort of under the radar right now. Okay, cool. Well, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mishima. Jeez, you say that like it's... I mean, I could at least take it up into my room so I'm not bugging any potential customers that come in here. I mean, what are you going to do if Jontron shows up there, boss?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you've seen my playthrough of the first game. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, that would make sense. Anyway. Gotta go to the diet building today so we can figure things out. Jontron knew husbando. I thought you were gonna moved on to Ryuji, Dudbun. Oh boy, there's gonna be a three-way going on here. Oh, you're on a rebound, okay. Yeah, perhaps not directly, but yes, exactly. And the Minister of Transport could have gotten in the way of him getting Prime Minister, so... Yep. Nope, probably not, Anne. Well, that's just great. Hundreds, dozens, hundreds, thousands. Who's to say? We don't have to. All we have to do is change his heart. True. Very true. No, like I said, I have the perfect disguise. It's usually worked out for us so far, so. Right. Yep, exactly. In the shadows, everybody.
Well then.
Alright, off to the diet building then. I don't know, Dudbun. I think it means something in particular. I'm not 100% sure, though, exactly what it means. Yeah, I'm going out. Like I said, perfect disguise. I should have asked Futaba if I could borrow her crazy, wacky helmet thing that she was wearing before. It'd be so out there for me to wear it that nobody would know it was actually me. Yep, that's the plan. I got things to do, man. I can't be sitting around here. Yep. No, I know. I'll be back. Don't worry. Alright, we're here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long.
Right.
We already have Masayo Shishido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Well, he's not trying to get high, Ryuji.
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
He won't be teaching, though.
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
What do you think this is, Futaba?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Oh, I'll be fine. Like I said, nobody will notice me with this hood up. If nobody notices Superman when he puts glasses on, man, a hood's got to be, like, the be-all, end-all.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier?
What do you mean?
Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Just, like, super good about everything, Conquer. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny to see.
Is that even possible?
Let's ask Morgana.
I've got no idea.
Let's not ask Morgana. Never mind.
There was nothing like that in the...
Yeah, if I took the glasses off, it'd probably be harder for me to be recognized, so...
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
Well, he wants to commandeer the diet building, right? I mean, he wants to basically be the captain.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
The captain of this whole...
Man over
building.
there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
Okay. Give it a shot, Anne.
Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
I don't have a tape recorder or a microphone, but...
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust.
Yeah, the disguise glasses. Oh, I wish that was a costume option, but unfortunately not in this game.
He's an admirable man of action with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician.
Model politician, huh? Perhaps it's a runway. No, that's too stupid.
I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer.
Oh, well, yeah, he was saying the tailored answer, the one that you give to reporters. She did say he was part of the, she was part of the newspaper club, so he had to tailor his answer.
Makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
He's not going to tell anyone anything unnecessary, Anne. You forget the kind of person we're dealing with here.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Ruh-roh.
Wait, is it about us?
Maybe we should leave.
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's
Yeah.
a day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
Okay, well, we are kind of congregating over here, so... Alright, well, we still don't know what we can do about Shido there, or what type of thing he sees the diet building as, but, well, we'll try to figure it out.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety.
Yeah, considering her bad acting there, Conquer, sometimes you wonder if she'll be able to do that. But, I mean, she didn't have a big part in the whole thing, so she didn't have to act that much.
Increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Right, sure you are.
Who's talking?
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility?
Can you really answer that question?
Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
Look in a mirror.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Well, yeah, I mean, consider the charisma that's going on our television screen right now. That's why.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Mm-hmm. Oh, both of our phones. Well, they're probably rigged, Ryuji, so... Right, we heard about that on the news. Oh, he was a special appointee, okay. Huh, right. If only they knew, if only they knew.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Yes, exactly, Conquer. He's very well worked in terms of getting a crowd to do what he wants. I was kind of hoping we could glean more details from his interviews, but nothing so far. Oh, hey, where'd that poster come from? Maybe we can find out if I go check it out. Did I have to look at it on the sofa, or what? No, I have to go look at it on the sofa. Hang on.
Now then.
Well, they don't exactly explain it, but basically there's our logo on the side of the thing. I don't know why it just showed up now, but yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Well, we're going to have to do that, but we still don't know anything about Shido's whole dealie, so I guess we're going to have to keep investigating, that's all. If only, Morgana, if only. Let's see if we can figure it out tomorrow. Yeah, it sort of just shows up out of the blue. I don't know who brought it there. Probably Futaba, but whatever. Only promising till the truth comes out, that's all. He's promising a lot. Should think that's suspicious just from that. But we're moving on. Oh, hey, Dr. Takemi. As your physician, I would like to confirm whether or not you're dead. Yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'll probably stop in there to grab a few more ointments and stuff, so. Yeah, we'll be here, so. Okay, sounds good, boss. Thanks. Probably conquer, although, again, that would seriously hurt us if we ever got caught, so. Let's find out, Morgana. Let's find out. Excuse me.
Last one. Diamond mine.
I'm gonna guess by everybody's demeanor that no, we didn't figure it out.
No good.
How many do we miss?
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
I don't know, I think you guys are all overthinking this.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Right.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Yeah, we might be able to glean a clue or two.
Sure thing.
Goro Akechi.
Oh boy.
Him and his stupid composed face.
Wonder what he has to say now.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
Is that what he's telling everybody?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir.
I just ducked and covered because everyone was throwing tomatoes at me.
Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Poor me.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge.
Great.
Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Romance novels, sure, Akechi, but
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
because everybody thinks he's the one that brought me in.
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
Well, yeah.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
It's because we're old news at this point, Ryuji. Nobody cares about us anymore. I mean, we got exposed for treachery, quote unquote, and now Akechi's the one taking all the glory from it.
Phantom thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
Keyword there is should, Haru, but the way people see it, it shouldn't be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Yes, they are, Anne. Yes, they are.
Leaving Akechi aside.
Man, that was a quick turnaround, Dudbun. Probably because he treated you so badly in becoming the traitor, huh?
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
Yeah, we had to go and ask her ourselves, basically.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Right.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
What do you mean?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
Well, not...
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, maybe not that directly, but I just think there's a plan forming.
We do have an adult with us.
Ah!
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Your emotions are everywhere for me. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Oh, that's where he
Is that an
is.
election campaign card?
Maybe they're just broadcasting what he's saying, but
Oh, right! The candidates are currently campaigning.
try saying that 3 times fast.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
I think we just found our opportunity.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, we need to get over there.
Yeah, he did.
Saizo, now's not the time to have flashbacks. We already know who Shido is.
Man, talk about being lucky. We can go check him out without an appointment now.
Yeah, so basically my thought process was saying, well, if we go and see one of his little pep rally things that he's doing for his election campaign there, we can see him without actually seeing him, basically. Alright, well, then let's go. Wonder if I'm going too. Probably shouldn't, since I'm, you know, sort of wanted, but...
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station.
Yeah, I saw.
This way. Hurry! By the way, did something happen?
Yeah.
It didn't seem well a moment ago.
Yeah, serious migraine. That's what's going on. Okay. I guess I'm the one going to check it out then. Alright, fine. It's like I gotta do everything myself. Right, Todd Bun. I mean, his voice has sounded familiar in the past for Saizo, but, yeah. You'd think he wouldn't forget his face, considering, I mean, I suppose it was dark that night, but, again, considering he's the guy that ruined your life, I would want to find out as much as I could about him, so I think I'd know who he was, but maybe I'm overthinking this. Okay, well, let's get up there. Let's go check it out, and actually, we're just going to stand here the whole time instead, so... Well, let's go and see if he's at the station or something. Let's find out. Or, you know, near the station anyway, he could be. Ah, yeah, near the station.
That you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail toward a happy future together. I hope to continue serving you all.
Yes, let's just walk up to something like this with our hood on. That's not going to draw any suspicion at all.
You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Okay.
Wait!
Hey, yo, Shido.
Ryuji, that's a really bad idea.
Stand back.
They're gonna arrest you.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevator.
Okay, Ryuji, maybe you shouldn't tell them that either.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
Yeah, it's the same bodyguard.
What are you talking about?
Thankfully, he doesn't remember Ryuji, so...
That moron!
Oh, God. Now I'm here, and I've got the hood up. How are we not arrested right now?
But these guys...
Ryuji, now's not the time.
Kid, you don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
Yes, Saizo, it's that voice.
The customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare? This ain't a show.
Get lost, kid. Damn brat! I'll sue!
Maybe the drug was having an effect on my brain still.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you, actually.
This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future.
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Who's clueless here? You just signed my death warrant. Who's clueless here?
Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
Oh, good lord.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
He's the same guy I remember him being, so yeah, he's the reason I got arrested, you know. Like, not before, but...
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before?
Yeah, not the recent arrest, the one from a couple of years ago, that one.
The same guy? For real? Seriously?
Seriously.
You're sure, aren't you?
Yeah.
Shido's the one who ruined your life.
It's gonna be very good payback when we get back at him here.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Yeah, we've done enough today. Almost got caught, arrested again. Great.
Shido's the guy who set you up?
Yes, he is.
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what are the odds? It's like this is a video game. Yeah, I want to know myself what kind of fate would bring that back to us. Again, though, brutal payback when we get to that point.
Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
That's what I want to know, boss.
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future?
Yeah, like we said before, making the mother of all omelets here, Jack can't fret over every egg. It applies to Shido too.
He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned.
Right.
Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
Right, he is pretty desperate to keep his name out of these things.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
Well, that's just great.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future.
Hey, Omega Theory, how's it going?
What he's saying and doing are completely different.
That's kind of the point, Ryuji.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
No, probably not. That's probably all been expunged, so.
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
Yeah, it's that whole double jeopardy thing.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face...
Oh, you beat Okumura's palace today? Gotcha. Cool. That's good. I mean, bad for Okumura, but good. Good for you.
It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
Well, he sort of is Makoto. He's got his outward person and then his true person.
It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
Right.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others.
Easy as hell, yeah. Well, he's just the sort of person we've been going after in terms of changing hearts for the entire game, man. So, I mean, sounds about
I
right.
assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet Building is will be despicable too.
Actually, I think we might have an idea of what he thinks the Diet Building is.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
He mentioned something when when he was talking and giving his speech there. Keep it in mind if you heard it, because it'll come in handy in a couple of minutes here.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet Building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Oh, we will. Don't you worry.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Right. We will do this. I'm gonna keep going. I know we're over time now. We're at almost 3.5 hours, but I'm gonna keep going until we actually get into his palace. So we'll do that. Yeah, it's almost poetic, isn't it? That's just great.
Hey.
Yep. So we'll have to make sure that we do our best to change his heart for. Well, can we even change his heart for the better? I mean, he is pretty damn twisted, so. I guess we'll find out.
Well then.
Let's get our payback. True. Okay, well, we'll wear the school uniform when we go to the Diet Building tomorrow then. That way we won't stand out like we did last time, so. Oh, you've seen the mystery persona user too? Okay, good. You missed who the mystery persona user was earlier here, so thankfully you've avoided any and all spoilers just by coincidence there, so that's good. Yes, yep, that's true, Conker. But we'll get there in a moment. He mentioned something very specific in his speech there, so. But we'll see in a moment once we go in here. Always got to keep one secret there, Omega Theory. You're right about that. Huh. my god. Oh, if only they knew. I keep saying that, but it's true. No, and they can't see they're being lied to, but that's because we know something they don't. That's the point of the whole thing. We gotta expose his treachery. Which of my confidants will be today? Ah, Shinya. It's fine, Shinya, it's fine. I'm still here. Actually, he doesn't know that I'm the leader yet, does he? Whoops. He's probably knows at this point, though. He's almost at rank 10, so. Yeah, all of our confidants are still available if you need to go see them still, so we'll be going to finish off the links that we have very shortly. Well, it did sort of, it came up sort of like right as we were getting there, so I suppose I could have just spoiled it, but whatever. I could ask the same about you, Yoshida. Like, you're probably having some serious trouble because of your belief in the Phantom Thieves, aren't you? But I'm fine. Yeah. Sounds good. Might actually need your help there because you're also a politician, so you'll kind of have an idea of how Shido thinks. Yep, I'll be out of here. That's why I got the school uniform there, boss. I'm gonna blend right in. Yep, and we will do something about the keyword very soon.
Security guards became suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long.
Maybe we should have picked a different location than exactly where we were 2 days ago.
But we still have no hit.
Right.
Think it's a barrier after all?
No, Ryuji, it's not a frickin' barrier.
Enthusiasm from yesterday go.
Ah, shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
I mean, I guess. It's kind of a weird metaphor, though, isn't it, Ryuji?
Should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
Right.
He wants to become prime minister, even if it means trampling on others.
Again, perhaps not the right metaphor, but...
Fortune, rich people. Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
I don't have to guess. I know exactly what to say.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Yeah, I probably should have changed my hairstyle there, Conker. Unfortunately, we don't get to know a barber in this game. That would be kind of cool, but yeah, not a thing. Steer, huh?
Steer?
Well, I can only think of one thing that you would steer that people would... Well, I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's a ship. Remember he said sail to a new future together or something to that effect.
What? The Diet Building's a ship?
I will go down with this ship!
What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I mean, only one way to find out.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Yeah, Ryuji.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Yeah, something like that, Conker. I feel like it would have been better. Like, if we had, like, if we went in the bathroom and we could change our hairstyle or something like that, that would make sense, but, yeah.
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
Maybe we should go behind that
Get
tree.
closer to the wall, just in case.
Okay.
All right. Do it.
We're not closer to the wall, though. Stay close to the wall! In we go. Let's see what this place looks like. Possible Titanic reference? Maybe. Yeah, we went in, but I don't see too much. I mean, we are closer to the building than we were before, but... Yeah, maybe. But the Diet Building doesn't look any different, so what... Yeah. True, the gate wasn't open, so maybe it's different inside.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be in here, so... Of course, we could have learned that without Mona scratching his ass right at the camera, but, you know. You may have some bias at this being your favorite level. I like this one a lot myself. I have a hard time debating between this one and Sai's Palace and Futaba's Palace, between which one I like the most out of the levels. I usually don't lean towards this one because this is a really long dungeon, but yeah, it's okay. Yeah, let's check it out, everybody. See what we can find.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
I'll check it out.
See what you can find, Futaba.
What the heck?
She might not even need her computer to find this one.
Futaba?
What's up?
What is it?
Hope she's not in trouble. Well, she's not in trouble, but we might be. And suddenly Station Square at the end of Sonic Adventure. Didn't expect that. So the Diet Building is unchanged, but it's on a ship. That's just great.
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive.
Suddenly I want to play Open Your Heart over the speakers there. But then I'd have to... Shouldn't we steer the ship away from that building? Hello? True, Conker, that is true. So...
This is bullshit. A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head.
Well, yeah, that's because that's what he sees happening to this country, Ryuji.
If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
You're just noticing that now? Think about what we've been through already, Anne. This is kind of not that out of the ordinary.
He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
So they're all just hopeless nihilists, that's what you're saying? Great.
What in the world is he thinking?
Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward, my father died because of someone like this.
Yeah, we can't forgive him for this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
Right.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken.
Like, you think about it this way. Previously, outside of the palace, nothing's been distorted. Here, the palace doesn't seem that distorted, but then you look at everything else, and holy shit. Yeah, they did a really good job with some of the cinematic cutscenes in this game, Tabaltus. They're really good. So, and yes, it does. It has very good aesthetics there, Dudbun. It's also got really good music, but we'll hear that in a minute.
There's someone with this tremendous of a desire.
It's not quite as jazzy as Sai's Palace, but it's still really... It's good, fitting final palace music, so...
Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
And nothing we see may be as it seems, so...
Definitely gonna take his treasure.
We'll just have to be careful, that's all. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one there, Conker. Like the top three in the game are definitely Futaba's, Sai's, and Shido's, but I usually lean towards Futaba's as being first for me, actually. So I'm a little bit different than yours, but I usually lean towards Futaba's as being first for me, then Sai's, and then Shido's, and all three of those are like really high near the top, and then like way down from there, it's like probably Kamoshida's next. So. If only Sai's was a casino boat. Well, that would explain how she could get it out of Japan without with her skirting around the law of casinos. So, yep, let's do this, everybody.
All right.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Right.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
All right, well, let's take this place out first, then, so we can check it out. Cheese would be third for you as well, yeah. It's pretty good.
Wait.
Yeah, no threats just yet, Ryuji. Well, I was, actually. Yeah, I couldn't exactly take Futaba's little weird head thing and come here.
You got it.
Right, yes. We'll all be good to go once we go through that. First of all, let me take Morgana and Makoto out of the party. I don't know who we're going to bring in there exactly yet. But this music, though! Hold on a sec. I'm turning this up. Like I said, very fitting final dungeon music there. I really like it. It's called Ark, I believe, which I suppose makes sense considering where we are, but it's really good. It's really good final dungeon music there. Futaba's is really good too, yeah. It's like Shido's Palace, Futaba's Palace, and Sai's Palace are the ones they put the most work into because they've got like the best music in the game in them. They've got like the best aesthetics. They've got like the best mechanics in the palace and everything. And they're all three of those are just really good. Like a lot of people say that the first dungeon is where Persona 5 is kind of its high point. I disagree, man. Like they did put a lot of effort into Kamoshida's Palace to make sure that the game started off on a really high note, but these palaces, man, are just really good too, so. It's definitely a it's a really good RPG there, Omega Theory. Top 5 in the last few years, yeah, I'm there with you on that one. It's been really good. So, I don't know how many years that would be for me, but it's definitely up there as one of my favorites in the past several years there that's come out. So, it's really good. But anyway, so we have made it into Shido's Palace, and we found out that the Diet Building is on a ship in a sinking world that Shido sees as being the future for this country. Will we be able to stop him from causing that to actually happen in the real world? Is Akechi still hot on our trail? What does the inside of his palace look like? What about our other confidants? And who's the love interest that I'm finally going to reveal for this game? All of that and more shall be revealed on the next episode of Persona 5, the Stream Edition. 2 cliffhangers in a row, man. I'm on a roll this time. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Thankfully, you won't have to wait as long in between this time because I'm streaming again tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. So we'll find out a lot of those things, probably answer all of those questions by the end of the day tomorrow's stream. I think I'll be able to get it all done by then. But we'll see as we go there. But in the meantime, yes, thank you everybody for coming out here. Until the next time, take care and have a good night.